Hey guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to see more tournament gameplay, and also don't forget to join the Cards and Tankers Discord so you yourself can also be part of the tournaments. Now, enjoy the games.
Bookkeeper really hasn't been grinding ranked as heavily until like towards the tail end of things, so I'm not shocked that his rank isn't higher.
Right.
He is 100% a sleeper. He's one of my my favorite players in game, so this is gonna be pretty good. He's gonna be seeing a lot of Bookkeeper's creativity against a lot of Evan's just raw power of skill set. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, that's the great thing about Bookkeeper. They come with really imaginative decks, and it's gonna be fun to see. So it seems that Bookkeeper is using Mastery Augur, and Evan is using Plunder DM, and he's going for the aggro. Kill the parchment, deal 4 damage. Boons to bones out here. Okay. You don't see that very often. He's going for mastery damage. He might be doing mastery aggro here, but I don't think so. Actually, probably not, because he's not using Wild Horde. Unless he's found some new tech with Augur, possibly, which then allows him to be aggro. Which might be the case. He got a Bone Brute down. Sorry about that.
I'm gonna get his push in now.
Ooh. Bone Brute's gonna get popped, yep, call the old god, very good value. Oh, 2 Bone Brutes down, 7 damage right there. Evan is taking a beating really early on in the game, and Bookkeeper doesn't look to be running out of cards too badly. He's got 4 left, but Evan does have a lot more cards, so if this does string out for too long, Evan could maybe stabilize. There we go, double bullet both Bone Brutes. Bookkeeper does still have an Arcane Experiment, so he's pretty defended against any amp damage that might come in. Oh, Bone Brute stolen from the graveyard.
Might be running like the control mill variant, we'll see.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, Vex, unfortunately, no Velvet. No Velvet, unfortunately.
Yes, Velvet was not able to quite make it today, so... You know, there's always next championship, which I'm very excited for with the new cards coming out with this next expansion.
Oh god, yes.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing. Oh, set down the 5-5. Stole a Bide Squad there. And that's the Parchment Barrage going off. Bookkeeper getting good value out of that. Going straight for the damage. Bookkeeper's not trying to... So the thing with a lot of Mastery decks is a lot of them are used for control, but that's not what Bookkeeper is going for, it seems like. He's more going for the direct damage, because he knows if this game goes on too long, Evan's going to stabilize and just destroy him. Now, if I was Bookkeeper, I would have pushed the Dungeon Master and the Arcane Experiment for 2 extra damage. Even if I had to take the 5, because then that's Evan taking 4 damage. Bone Brute, ooh, that's a bunch of stuff getting down. Unfortunately, Velvet did not show, no.
I had to get rid of a spam bot there real quick.
Yeah, I saw that, thank you.
Ooh, Evan has a good setup right now.
Yeah, very good. Bookkeeper's creatures aren't too strong. They're sort of just acting like chuck blockers, so if Evan turns out to have like a Mercenary Mayhem right here, Bookkeeper's gonna have no board.
Very quickly, yeah. Very, very quickly.
Oh, that's just as hard to see. 2 Wandering Executioners. It's gonna be really hard for Bookkeeper to try control here. 2-3 healths, and then 3-2 healths. Ooh.
You almost missed the DM block, that would have been bad.
That would mean really bad. Oh! Oh, his improvised laws got burned. Yep. Oh, that was like the only thing that could save him here. So, Bookkeeper is at hand limit, and since he drew a card while in hand limit, that card got discarded, and that card was improvised laws, which does -3/-3 to all creatures on the board, and repeat that ability for each contract you have. And that would have wiped Evan's entire board. But the thing,
I think, depending on how low he gets Bookkeeper, he's going to be able to come back potentially with a systematic subjugation, get a little bit back. Oh,
okay, that systematic wasn't too bad. That was good that Bookkeeper blocked, done DM blocked, that wouldn't have died.
Did we hear the bands? I've got my in-game audio muted.
Oh, we don't. Hold on. Let me quickly double check with them. Real quick, guys, what did you all not plunder, ban?
He banned my Augur, I banned his DM.
Augur and DM, so still no,
No plunder hit at all.
no plunder.
You can play out of plunder. I think plunder's got the you can play out of the hand sometimes. So I think that's probably good to ban the plunder versus the DM, excuse me, versus the plunder.
Yeah, loot the body. We haven't seen that card being played yet during the tournaments.
After the plunder tournament, that card has seen so much more rotation in the actual game. It's been crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, any other removal?
Bone Brute hit. This is like the most scariest position you can be in against plunder, because you're placing down creatures just hoping he doesn't remove encounter, which he is probably more than likely able to do with the amount of removal.
I'll say too though, Evan is in scary Terry territory. That is not a spot you want to be in. 11 health against
11 health against mastery. That's the thing, because the lower Evan puts Bookkeeper down, the more mastery he's gonna get, which is gonna make it a lot easier for Bookkeeper to kill him. So realistically, Evan wants to preferably do like 11 damage in one turn, so Bookkeeper doesn't have that extra mastery.
Right.
This game is called Cards and Tankards. It's free on Steam and the Quest Store. Also on the Play Store. It's a virtual reality card game. No pay to win, so it's really awesome. And there's plenty of... Yeah, very. And there's plenty of community tournaments and a Discord, so if you want to find it, go on one of those places I mentioned, download Cards and Tankards, and use Scottish_Jesus with 2 S's as a referral. Boom.
Get you free gold, get you set up for more cards in the game, and it's going to speed you along in your progress of collecting all the cards that are totally free. All you have to do is play the game. It's super, super rewarding, and you're going to get to meet people from across the entire world who are all interested in card games and nerd stuff, and they're going to have a good time with you.
Yeah.
Best community. Even with the... I know that everyone...
Bookkeeper won!
There it was, yep, there it was.
Oh,
that's what I was saying, too. He was getting too close to that lethal territory.
I completely forgot about Wraith Wrath. Completely forgot about Wraith Wrath.
You can't get that low, because once you do, they just start doing the copy, the duplicate card for the Augur order, and they start pumping those Wraith Wrath straight to health.
You know what's really interesting about the tournament the past 2 days? We have barely seen any taunt. People aren't running taunt.
You know, it's crazy too, because in ranked, all you run into is triple stalwart guard. You're running into lots of big stuff, especially like in the plunder version of the DM deck. They're running the taunt guy for Assassin's Strike. I can't think of his name right now, unfortunately, but get that extra damage, and it's pretty cool. A lot of cool variants for DM right now. Oh, Persephone, I think Evan might have it. Evan's violently in the zone right now.
Oh, Bookkeeper, this is big early damage here. 5 damage right off the rip. Bullet, good thing Evan had that. Evan does have the mana fragment this turn. This game, sorry.
That fragment can be huge. That can absolutely turn an entire turn into your curve, and I love that.
Right.
Lots of thinking, which is not a bad thing. It's what you expect in the top 8. Avid is typing LOL.
And don't forget, guys, if you want to see more Cards and Tankards and or Scottish Jesus content, don't forget to leave a follow, and you can join the Discord, all that sort of lovely stuff, because we do tournament commentating once every month, sometimes more. If there's a tournament, we'll commentate it.
It's a great way to get your skill set up for the next tournament and be prepared for what you might run into. It's a really awesome way to get ahead of the curve.
Grave Robber. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't take the bullet to kill off... That's really weird. I would have taken the enhanced bullet and kill off the local Gravekeeper to do 4 damage there. I don't know why he took the Kaliel God.
Honestly, same, but it may have been just to give him more resources with that. I'm not really sure. Maybe he was trying to make it in range for the Daring Swindler.
That's true. There is a chance that... Like, we don't know his cards. They're hidden. So there's a chance he has no generators and he's just trying to find that, like, a spell book or a king or something.
Just get himself a little deeper into his deck. And Bullet, too, it's just a 1-for-1 trade.
Ooh, Untaming Destroyer.
That's super strong right here. But the Call of the Old Gods at least gives you that +1, so I can understand wanting a little more out of that card. Get a little more.
Wait a second, it's turn 6. Oh, he copy maged the Untaming Destroyer. That's hilarious.
Probably copy mage there.
Which got fireballed.
That's unfortunate, but you know, wasting a fireball on the 1, we'll take that. We'll take that.
Yeah. And he couldn't really change the placement to get more value, so you know, they can't complain about that either. Our usual little 5/5 with quick strike and range. That's kind of strong.
This is one of my favorite cards for Plunder. I mean, absolutely one of my favorite cards. It gives you a card, it gives them some burn, and then it's gonna have range and quick strike at 5/5. That's insane. The card's so good.
I would go point there. Pretty neck and neck this battle, answer for answer. Realistically, the only thing keeping both of them in the game is Bookkeeper has more health. Evan has slightly more cards, but that's actually going to change very soon. Bookkeeper's getting a good amount of cards.
Agreed.
And that's 5 damage to the face. 17 already. This is not looking good for Evan. He might have later game cards, and that's why he's just taking this damage, because health is a resource, guys. Don't forget. Battle's not over until you're at 0.
Yep, that is when the game ends. Not when you're at 1, not when you're at 4.
Exactly.
Just take some damage. Take some damage to win. Just think about when you're taking the damage. Think, Mark. Think.
Yes, thinking. It's good for you.
I agree, Persephone. Evan with the hashtag, let's go!
Yeah. Another Untaming Destroyer, and I would find this so obnoxious. I would be crying if I was Evan. Because now that's a 6/11. Still in range for reparations, but his secondary is Dungeon Master, so unless Evan ends up plundering a pillaging reparations, that's still gonna sort of suck. Because I've started using Untaming Destroyer recently because it sucks in so much removal, it's not even funny.
Oh, it's just powerful. The Restless being able to push on that same turn that you summoned him and be able to block on the following turn is such a strong card. It's just very, very overlooked. I think it might just be due to the cost, but there's a lot of shenanigans that card offers.
Right. Grave Robber, what could he be stealing?
He already has a Grave Robber and Grave, right? Grave Robber,
He's still the 6-mana Untaming. That makes sense.
It does. It does.
Oh, Fireball.
Strong Fireball, but good placement on Evan's part so Evan keeps the creature.
No. Yeah, as well. Say there's no way he's taking that damage.
He can't. He can't afford it now. Actually, very impressed with Bookkeeper. Just slow, methodical play. Every decision seems super with a point and a purpose. I like this a lot.
Right.
Those Spy Masters are doing work, though. They're doing work. Very large D&D vibe, yeah.
Yeah, well, this is sort of a fantasy setting, so you'll get that.
A lot, yeah.
If Bookkeeper draws a fireball here, enhances it, you could just wipe the whole board.
Yeah. And I'll put Evan at 5. That's a horrifying spot to be in.
Yeah. Evan will be at 5. Bookkeeper will still have a 6/6, and he'll have 2 mana left. What's he doing? Oh, still a shard. Spellbook, okay, this is interesting.
This is a place.
This isn't a bad place to do this. This is not a bad place at all.
If you're gonna play it, this is it. This is it. I think this is his time. So this is a good tempo swing in Bookkeeper Saber.
Right.
I've been a Bookkeeper fan since day one, and he is showing why.
Well, that's very interesting.
Probably just the only option he had.
Stellar Shard is sleeping. He forgot. I'm surprised he's pushing here. Actually, no, this makes sense. This makes sense. He's got enough health to sort of
take a bit of damage. He's got to respond. Yeah, he's got to respond. Yeah. If he doesn't respond with a creature, then he's going to go down to 5, and that's too low. So yeah. I think one push with there is correct. I don't think both pushes would be correct.
Yeah.
It's 1 Evan, Bookkeeper. I think right now, right? That's the the score.
Bookkeeper 1.
Oh, Bookkeeper 1.
Yeah, because they did Wraith's Wrath.
Oh, you're right. So it might be a 2-0.
This is Bookkeeper versus Evan. Oh, what just?
Oh, what a
just
strong counterplay!
Oh,
Fireball, fireball. So that block was good. It actually helped Evan out a little bit.
Yeah, and Evan didn't push too much there. He just went for the 5-5 rather than the Bone Brute as well.
Playing conservatively, which is smart.
Okay, there goes everything. I have a feeling Evan's gonna end up busting out a Jorgen and probably killing Bookkeeper.
It is against. It is Bookkeeper versus Evan piking. So number 4 on the leaderboard versus number 34 on the leaderboard.
Yep.
And again, I'll reiterate.
Yeah, we're spectating from Bookkeeper's POV.
Yep. Keeper has not been playing a ton of rank, so they're a sleeper. They're a sleeper 100%.
These are sort of the little angles. There's me and Thunk. And then while the board... I typically, when it's plunder v plunder, I just do the close-ups, because it's very rare the boards get big until it's sort of endgame and someone's winning.
Unfortunately, Velvet did not make it in time to participate. We're still waiting on him to even show up, so he has been DQ'd from the event.
Yes.
Very unfortunate.
But if you're hyping up the beta testers, Bowden is still here. Bowden's a beta tester.
That's right. Did you do the vote thing at the beginning of this one?
No, I forgot to. I'll do it for the next one, though.
Oh, hell yeah. That'll be exciting. Same, Taylor, same. Super upset. Life happens, though. Life happens. Real life is more important.
That's true. Okay, Wandering Executioner. Bookkeeper is really getting a taste of his own medicine with these Untaming Destroyers, but Evan just had a lot more removal to deal with these Untaming Destroyers.
So much, so much. Evan has played very, very well. Very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of some of these weird cards that he had to plunder off of the...
I sense a Fireball.
Forgery. It would be very strong right here. He may have burnt through them already, hasn't he? 2 or 3?
You're right. He's used 3. So, Evan has no more Fireballs.
Yeah, I try to keep that in the back of my mind. The Fireballs are such game changers. You gotta kind of...
And here comes a bunch of Grave Robbers. And he stole another Untaming Destroyer. He's just... Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Oh, that's so good. The loots are going to be huge here. He's going to trade the add to hand from hand for the draw. That's not terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks that Evan gets the actual plus here because he's going to get the heal on top of everything, but that's not too terrible for Keeper because he's able to kind of maintain the order of the game.
Yeah.
Rejecting resources before he makes a play, which is smart.
Definitely. But the thing with doing that is that tells Evan he has a Necromancy.
Right. Just as a heads up, since you can't see it on the stream, he was Bookkeeper was checking his graveyard, seeing what was in there, what options he had before he made his first play.
Thanks for the follow, the Reaper, and Jewish Streaker. I definitely butchered that, but I'm gonna act like I said it right. Unfortunately, the sound blurps are off right now. We want to keep everything concentrated on the tournament, but I do appreciate the boop. Now, this is a horrible situation for Bookkeeper. This isn't... Oh, okay, Fireball. But Evan did placement correctly and kept the Untaming Destroyer at the side of the board. Bookkeeper just sort of needs a king to deal with Untaming Destroyer, but Evan is about to use another Untaming Destroyer here, which is going to mess Bookkeeper up quite a bit. So I think we're going to...
It's just a strong card.
It's a really strong card, especially when it's been buffed in some way, or the mana's been nerfed.
So much sustainability. It's like a tank. It's like a tank, honestly.
Right.
We haven't seen too many fireballs from Keeper, right? So
we've seen theory, 2, I think. No, 1. We've seen 1.
Yeah. So in theory, Keeper still has his fireballs just chilling out, ready to rock and roll as soon as he gets them.
Realistically, if Keeper gets improvised laws again, it could sort of save him.
He's not in a good way right now.
I have a feeling Evan's gonna pull out a Jorgen or a King this next turn.
So this is our round 1 Anobi. It is Evan versus Bookkeeper. We are in game 2 of 3 matches. So far we have Keeper with 1 win and Evan with 0.
The old spring trap.
Curious.
Evan might just take this.
Yeah. I'm curious as to what Keeper has in hand at this point. He's really thinking through his turns. But he also just might be strategizing to the absolute, so can't complain there.
Right.
Oh, absolutely, Avid. This is the championship. This is the championship you expect people to really, really be brewing, cooking, and thinking. They are. They're playing at some peak ability, and I'm enjoying watching these matches 100%.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, Springtrap's gonna get stolen. Oh no, the Fireball got stolen. Is that GG's? 5? No, he's on 1 health. 1 health in a dream!
Unless he has like a...
Never mind.
Oh, no, never mind. That's it. Evan takes round 2.
That's round 2 over. They're both in 1-1. This next match will decide the winner. Alright, Augur Plunder versus Plunder DM. Now, typically, Plunder tends to have an advantage because of the amps, Jorgens,
right.
The King, Stellar Shards, and Taming Destroyers, so Bookkeeper's gonna have, I think, a pretty good advantage here.
Very early Parchment. Let's see if Keeper has the ability to turn it off. No.
Give me a second, just need to quickly fix this.
You're good. Evan is just doing Augur things on his turn, and now we're seeing Keeper set another stat booster on the field. Unfortunately, his Bone Brood is a 0-3 right now, it looks like.
We unfortunately cannot give out the layer codes. It is only for contenders and commentators. And host.
Right.
Alright, so
Evan
looks like
having his established medicine carrier is a little scary this early on.
yeah.
He's muting out some of this damage now, and he's oh, never mind. Never mind.
It seems Bookkeeper's got some buff stuff in his hand. We saw the single buff Wandering Executioner, but there's still 3 more buffs that have been passed around. 2,
yeah, I'm
5.
very curious as to what else got it.
If he has a 3rd Executioner, which just kills off that 2-5, would be amazing for Bookkeeper right now.
He needs to. He needs to. That card becomes so problematic so fast.
Yeah, the Chug Blockers is just gonna suck for Bookkeeper if he can't deal with it.
Agreed, Persephone. Agreed. The Merc Leader, you gotta get rid of him. You gotta get rid of him. We got a burn card. Wounded. That's a pretty important card.
There's a Stalwart Guards we've been missing so dearly, but they might have messed up positioning. Can you really position that better? I don't know, actually.
No, I don't think so. I think that's pretty good. He's got a Stalwart framed with heals, so that's pretty good.
He probably should have... Nah. I think that's fine, actually. Oh. Can you do some big money plays here?
Oh.
Straight in for the attack. He's only got 2 chuck blockers. He'll probably take the 1-3 damage. Even the 2-3 as well, yeah.
Yeah, the rep wasn't a terrible hit either.
Mm-hmm.
Because in theory now he can executioner and just remove the one of the lowlies.
Yeah. Reparation the 2-5. Okay, now he doesn't need to deal with too many cell swords, but it's still gonna get kind of annoying if he can't get rid of the other one. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna have to remove the other one.
And the Stalwart Guard is dead though, but chances are he's gonna draw into another one very soon, if he hasn't already. Ooh, still a shard gone.
He's still not in a terrible position. That Gary's strong.
Gary's very strong.
Like, yeah, which one are you gonna out, Lieutenant or Gary? I mean, obviously Lieutenant, but I can definitely see the idea here.
Taming. So he's not going for the Gary. Because that Gary's probably going to be the thing that makes Evan stabilize more than anything.
I agree. It's kind of problematic. The Lieutenant's going to help out a huge amount too. It's just not the best position to be in.
Right. There's a 2-3, a 4-3, and a 1-1, so that's still doing a good damage to Evan. But I feel like Unlawful... Oh, that's Avatar piece. That so sucks. That's so not good to see. That's Untaming Destroyer and the 4-3 Wandering Executioner pacified.
This card is so...
It's powerful.
It mind numbs me. It mind numbs me.
Yeah. Because even if he attacks now, he can just double block and probably kill 2 things at least. And then still chuck block with the... Cell Sword. That's surprising he's not, blocking with the the Avatar piece, but I think he might just be trying to keep it alive.
Yeah, it's just why he can keep his other cards going as long as they can.
Bookkeeper messed up his placement and the fireball killed both of his Righteous Bannermans. That placement definitely could have been a lot better. So a shard. Probably gonna get reparation.
I'm not quite sure how Bookkeeper comes back, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't see them coming back unless I don't know. I mean, isn't Bookkeeper secondary Augur?
Well, it's just that
I mean, if
at this point, it's just so strongly in Evan's favor, right? And not just that. Like even before the Avatar piece, it was kind of just in Evan's favor a wee bit the entire time. But now I just think it kind of spirals out of control, and Bookkeeper just decks out, and that's gonna be the game.
I feel like Bookkeeper needs to draw play 2 contracts and then a lawless, whatchamacallit, and then that at least wipes the board. But Evan still has a pretty healthy hand.
Yeah, and he just comes right back, brings it right back.
Right.
Oh, God.
And that's 2 Avatar pieces, which cannot Necromancy, doesn't have DM, but still really sucks. Well, we saw Bookkeeper use... Well, like, he had Lawless Empath. Is it called Lawless Empath? What's it called? I can never remember the name of this card. Improvised laws, sorry. Improvised laws, not lawless, whatever the hell I was saying. Improvised laws. He ran improvised laws last game with this same deck. So he does have it in here, but it's whether or not he draws it.
Yoink.
Oh, Velvet unfortunately mixed up the times. He must have forgot about the daylight savings change as well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For our American viewers, Europeans do not have daylight savings time, and we're one of the very few countries that still does.
Well, we do. We just have it on a different day.
Oh, it's a different day.
Yeah. Well, Scotland anyway. I like it. Some other countries don't do it at all. Some others do.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Apparently, the people who do are in the minority. I did not know that until recently.
I didn't know that until recently as well. Oh, Evan's board is... Evan has a board I would love to have. It's got the card generation, it's got the removal, it's got the chonk, it's got the health. It's got all that happy stuff.
Slice beat Noah, apparently.
Slice beat Noah? Oh no, I hope Slice... that burger game, I'm not looking forward to it.
Listen, I'm gonna warn you now. Slice has been my consistent loss in ranked. I've been beating everyone, but in Masters, let me rephrase, in Masters, but Slice has been my consistent loss, consistently beating me. He might have the edge this one. This might be his tournament.
I will cry.
Burger Simulator, what?
So I had to deal with Slice. Oh! Evan just won. Evan just won. Alright, so Slice of Bread is using Wild Horde Plunder, while Big Aiden is using Plunder Wild Horde. So this is going to be really interesting. I think that... I guess this is... They're both using aggro here, so I guess it realistically comes down to... who has the better tempo. I think Big Aiden probably has the advantage here, because... He will have more removal, but Slice of Bread probably have more amped creatures, and also have mana ramping as well.
He's also going first.
Yeah, that's huge.
I would have laughed so hard if we got a... Oh wait, no, we can't get a turn 1 Stellar Shard. We can get a turn 2 Stellar Shard here, though.
Aiden, is it just me, or last year in the championship, didn't you went up against Slice of Bread as well? I don't think so.
Oh,
Alright.
early Gary. Early Gary.
Early Gary. Turn 2 Gary with a Mana Harvester.
So he's just able to block for free here, completely for free.
Yep. I probably wouldn't have blocked, because that's only 1 damage, which he's getting back anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, the 5-5 in turn 3, what is happening? And Slice, this is perfect for Slice of Bread, because although he's chucking stuff in the reserves every single turn, he's getting his cards back, either with that ability or the Garanon. Like, this is crazy, but Big Aiden does have the Stellar Shard with Taunt out.
I don't know that Bread. I don't know that Bread cares too much. I think they're going to be able to just steadily. I don't know. The curve looks really good right now. The curve just looks really good right now.
Persephone is saying that Slice is using ramp, not aggro.
Yeah, that makes sense. Especially seeing this field. That would be my concern as well, Persephone. Just him kind of like getting a little too much into it, and yeah. We'll see. We'll see. This looks really interesting so far.
That's hilarious.
That's
7
strong.
damage have to be taken. Big Aiden really needs a bullet or something. Because for the Gary and for the 7-2. Now, Slice will be taking 4 damage here. I think he's only going to... He may just take everything, honestly. Which is still valid.
Because he has a lot of really strong cards in the field right now. He doesn't want to really lose in the situation.
Yeah, because...
And if you think about it, too, Aiden took 8 because of the Stellar Shard as well. So
yeah.
a really good thing for him.
Because there might be a 7 costing... Oh, wait. 7... Yeah. There could be a 7 costing creature that Slice of Bread really wants to play. So he might not sacrifice the Mana Harvester here.
Gonna find out. There he goes.
He does, okay.
I think that's the right call.
Yeah.
Same. Just a little too much health to eat right there.
Now, Slice can do another 7 damage here just by taking out the 3-1 with the... Yep. And then that'll be, what, another 3 damage, yeah.
Torch Carrier, that's his name. That's the taunt
Torch
creature that
Carrier.
everyone seems to be playing in ranked now. Yeah, it's actually
Really?
kind of,
People are playing that?
It's obnoxious. It actually is obnoxious. It's a huge taunt. On top of being a huge taunt, it shuffles up those damage cards, so you're able to, like, in Aisha, for example, you could do your normal tick damage, and then you just finish them off with that, and they have to get rid of it. You know what I mean? To even remove your other tick damage.
Exactly what I was worried about. The lack of attack there from Slice of Bread made me concerned, because with so much removal likely in the opponent deck, if they're running any kind of Splash of Plunder, ended up getting no value out of those creatures instead of getting the guaranteed 7 damage.
Yeah, that was
Right,
crazy. I'm
yep.
surprised Slice didn't do that. He would have been on, what, 14 health. Oh, doesn't
Super
that...
cool card.
Serrated Stalker, that's really... It's not a card you see very often, especially in any,
Well, he's got a lot of
any
reserves that are good
tournaments.
to hit. And on
Right.
top of that, it is a powerful removal. I mean, it is just like you can drop it and just remove a king, which is kind of nice. Super good card.
It's also going to punish Aiden here if he expands his board state again, because there's plenty of hits in the reserves right now for it to hit on his way out if he becomes outnumbered again.
Oh, well,
Agreed.
he's definitely expanding his board, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Stalker can just be such
This
a high
deck
value
has
card.
so
This is
many
really
1
great.
and 2 drops, this is crazy. I didn't think he'd run something as risky as this. I think Slice might be a bit cooked here. I don't think he's able to expand his board enough to be able to deal with all this, because he's taking 2, 4, 6, 8 damage here. He's forcing this
guaranteeing the summon back.
It
That I feel like that actually helps Slice a little bit, allows
Yeah,
that
same.
guarantee happen.
Right,
yeah,
same. There were so many good hits in there too. That I don't know.
That was kind of
weird.
weird.
Almost like you played a card to
think
give
if-
your
I
opponent a
think if
card.
Big Aiden did not do that, right, the Serrated Stalker would have survived. It would have given Aiden one more turn to push before it procced. And
And
I don't think Slice would have gotten the value out of it.
Right. And I don't think Slice would have got the Untiming Destroy, because I think he... Yeah, because he had to reserve an Untiming Destroyer to get this other ones, and he probably got the Untiming Destroyer off the Mobilize. From the, what's his name? Bannerman.
Stephanie made a point in chat. This Untaming, though, will be clutch right now if Aiden can't answer it. The life gain from it and the amount of blocks for these low-level creatures.
Right.
Yeah, the health that it has is huge in this situation. Huge.
He's not in a position
Especially
where
now
he
that
can
we're
well
past
pummel
the
it.
turn of the rallying call basically done. That's Aiden's most explosive turn that's going to happen this match.
There's the Wealth Pummel.
I think it was
Okay.
more for the gain. all right. No. This is cool.
Well, he definitely dealt with it. And that's another 6 damages on 2 health.
I think that removing it is probably going to seal the deal for sure.
Right. And he died to Maggie. Oh my lord.
Writing on the wall.
That's it. Alright, that's 1 point to Slice of Bread, 0 points to Big Aiden. Sorry, other way around. 1 point to Big Aiden, 0 to Slice. Aiden cannot use that deck again because he won with it. Now Aiden is using Dungeon Master Wild Horde, and Slice is using Wild Horde Plunder. I've got a big smile on my face, because from how it looks, I don't need to play that stupid burger game.
Oh lord.
Oh, we have some Lich going on. This will be interesting. Alright, the 1 mana call, Echo of Varanthral.
That is so good too. That is so good. That is such a good card to put the shard on. That's so good.
Turn 2 Stellar Shard! Oh, you hate to see it. If Slice of Bread had the mana fragment, you could have turned 1 Stellar Sharded here. That would have been hilarious.
Oh, you got the double draw too.
Alright, Arcane Experiment is down. Big Aiden just needs to survive until well, not survive, but hopefully hold off the 6 damage until turn 4. So then he can place down the, or is it? No, it's turn 5, so he can place down that 4/4, which kills the highest health creature, on death. Now, I don't think Slice of Bread has a whole lot of removal here, so I don't think he's going to be able to get the 6 direct damage.
Worshipper of Varanthral, is that what you're talking about?
Yes, that's the one.
Yes, Worshipper.
6, 4, and 5, 6. These are huge creatures to have this early. Like this deck, like by any means is it's really good because you don't see many decks that can consistently have these bigger creatures this really early on and still have cards in their hand. Like it's kind of crazy. I like it.
What was Aiden's secondary? Do you recall?
Looks like Aiden's answering it
Wild Horde.
pretty quickly right now.
He is. That's the thing with Lich. This is probably a really good matchup for Aiden. Because Lich tends to be really good at removing bulky creatures in sort of one turn, whether it's with Mind Corruption or the Worshipper of Varanthral or something along those lines. And Big Aiden has a much bigger hand than Slice. Slice has 5 cards. Aiden has, what is that, 8? 8 cards? Yeah. Union of Monsters? Union of Monsters? I don't even think it's called that anymore. I think it's called Grow the Horde.
Grow the Horde, yeah.
Yeah. Another 5/5 stealing more cards.
And Slice is okay, he doesn't even really technically care about the range.
Right.
The flight, excuse me. Because he has the range. Brain working backwards there.
I think Slice of Bread has put himself in a position where he's placed so many big creatures, Aiden's used so much removal that... Never mind, he has that's the Worshipper of Varanthral right there, so that's one of the 5/5s gone. And he'll probably end up necromancying it too.
That card's super fun.
Right.
Alright. Slice starting to get back an advantage at least.
I think, yeah, he needs to attack with both and hope the RNG hits the same one that attacks.
Yeah. 50-50! Oh! RNG Jesus is on Aiden's side.
Yep. That is unfortunate.
You're not supposed to be biased, Scottish.
Oh, it's... Okay, sorry guys, can't help it. I really don't want to play that
game.
I really don't want to play that burger game, guys. It's... Oh, we got the Gloopster, the Gorging Jelly. Alright, this board's getting a little big. We might need a side view here. Really not blocking the Bone Road? There's the Worshipper.
He might be trying to build it up to where it's removable when he actually starts popping off his Lich stuff.
Yeah.
So he just wanted that guaranteed lower health. Maybe thinking a little bit ahead.
He needs to deal 11 damage to Slice within the next 4 turns to try get that ritual to become his win condition here.
Aiden's deck's a little similar to mine in the beta right now.
Hmm.
Yeah, that little fun thing that we played with the other day.
Yeah. Oh, the 10-10, that's definitely going to die to the Worshipper. I feel like what Aiden's going to do is probably going to block the 5/5 with a smaller minion, and then block the 5/5 with the Worshipper, just double block that, and kill off the Bighorn, not Bighorn, the, I'm trying to point at it. Why is my cards knowledge gone? Where'd it go? Lumbering Striker, thank you.
Yeah.
For some reason my pointer's not working. And there it's gone, it's dead. He didn't double block the Guardian Galley. I would have, because I really thought he wanted that creature back. I feel like that was a misplay.
I mean, it is just a trap jaw stump right now, so it's not a huge deal.
Right.
Yeah, it's not like the most broken creature in the world. That's pretty strong.
That will be very strong. Right, he's got 2 Dreaded Corpse Flingers. That means whenever an undead dies, he deals 2 damage directly. Okay, the Guardian Galley dies anyways. And that counts as a... Oh, that was very good. And that counts as a summon for the Rallying Totem.
No mana. No mana summon.
Both of Big Aiden's deck run rally?
Yeah. This is crazy. I never really see him run Rally because it seems too RNG based. But his decks without Rally probably have a really good win rate anyways.
Attributing the totem is so smart. Not everyone does that.
Mm-hmm. It's just a free soul essence.
Ooh.
So he's got 2 undeads down. So that's 4 damage if he ends up attacking. Wait. Two Dark Matters, perhaps? Or no, he just needs 1 Dark Matter. And then he needs to sacrifice the 2/2 and win. Takes 2 damage, dies to the ritual. Bada bing, bada boom, that's good game. And Aiden 2 owed slice of bread. We're gonna start prediction.
Both DM bans.
Both DM bans. Odin and Evan. Start prediction. Alright, you guys are good to Gamba. Alright, so Plunder Wild Horde versus Plunder DM. One's probably going to be more aggro leaning, and the other is going to be more, I guess, later game leaning. We've seen Evan play this. Tends to prioritize later game. And survive up until later game with removal. Alright, little 3/2.
Yeah, strong little opener there. Oh,
which cannot be bulleted. Well, it can, but he's going to need to suck up a bit of his removal.
Yeah.
I feel like Bowden is either going to remove the Copy Mage or just lose the stump and get the 3 damage. Okay. That would have been really hard for Evan if Bowden had another 3/2 there. Pickpocket Tamriel.
I want to say he's got a strong opening, but like,
right.
This definitely is not, you know what I mean, not established yet by any means. All right, it's unfortunate. Okay, now he's got 2. Doesn't matter. Didn't even matter.
He's lost 2 health, but it was definitely worth it to get rid of those 2 things.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Good trade.
Oh, he might steal the Dark Matter. Oh, yep, he did. Just get an extra 3 damage in there. Oh, it looks like he might be saving it for removal instead.
Just to guarantee some extra damage in the long run, I think.
Right. Bowden's got a really interesting hand. Alright, we got Bullet taken. Probably going to get rid of the... I don't know, 3/1, 3/2. Probably just save it for later, honestly. Wandering Executioner. Oh, and the 2 things die. That's 5 damage to the face. It's not looking good for Evan here. 14 health already. But he's come back from worse.
Really quick.
That's a fireball.
Yeah, he's good. Oh yeah, so to hope that Evan doesn't, or Bowden doesn't have anything else to rush out with. He doesn't.
Alright, 5/5. Probably gonna get wealth pummeled, honestly.
Pummel would be really strong here, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, he's gonna be stealing what? Grave Robber? No, Wandering Executioner.
It's already buff too, right?
Yes, it's got the buff, I believe. Huh. Copy Mage. I think Bowden's just gonna end up... Yeah, he's just gonna end up killing both those creatures and then hitting Evan for 5 damage here. He can do it for definite.
And I'll put him down to 9, which will be a huge up for Bowden at 30 health.
Actually. Alright, so dead. Dead.
Oh yeah, he's going in for it.
So that's 5 damage. Unless he has like an amped creature or something. Oh, 10 damage. He's on 4 health. Evan might just lose this next round.
I'm kind of impressed by how much hand count Bowden has this late and everything.
Yeah, and with how much, like, how aggro he's been. Having 3 cards is kind of big. Unless they're absolute trash.
Right. I probably would have put the 3-2 closer to the on the other side of the 3-1 or something, not putting the Spy Master in the middle though. He's up into another fireball, which I don't think he can sustain right now.
Right.
So, a lot of copy mages coming down from Evan.
Yeah, Evan, I don't think is ever going to run out of resources, especially at this point, because Bowden doesn't have enough cards to outvalue him, so he's just going to need to get that damage in. And Evan's going to need to put enough creatures down to be able to survive any removal Bowden may have. Oh, never mind. Fireball. Good game.
And that's a wrap.
Alright,
Yeah,
so that's 1-0 to Bowden. Bowden cannot use his Plunder deck again. And what... Do you know what Bowden's third deck was? Because I know you said they banned DM, right? He's probably using Augur or something. Or Wild Horde.
I want to say he maybe said Wild Horde, but I could be...
He's using Augur.
Wrong. It's Augur, yeah. It's Augur.
So Augur Plunder versus Plunder DM. Alright, so Evan sacrificed Necromancy to get rid of the Parchment Barrage, which is it's a good move. I respect it. Although it sort of sucks you're down a Necromancy, it's definitely worth it to get rid of the Parchment really early.
Yeah, just gotta get rid of that thing. That thing spirals out of control so quickly.
Yeah, definitely. Bazimuth. That's very interesting. See, I always use Bazimuth at the wrong times. Because I just tend to mill my own cards, but it did just get countered by Wandering Executioner with the 4/3, killing it instantly.
Shameless plug here for the expansion. It's interesting to see how many of the key cards that we see here in the championship tournament that are overly impacting the meta in general. Things like Parchment, things like Avatar of Peace.
Yes.
We've heard the player complaints, right? And we're taking your guys' feedback, and we've been pushing some changes and balance updates right now in the beta, but soon to be coming to live on the 27th of March in the Ashes of Ranku expansion. We've had a lot of the Masters players that are competing today actually participate in that closed beta to help ensure that the balance is going to feel like a massive improvement for the game overall. And we're really excited to get those changes to you guys coming very, very soon, and only in a couple of days.
It's
super exciting.
I can say firsthand because I was part of the balance testing team. This update is this is gonna be really fun. It's really good stuff that's been going on in the beta, and I think everyone's gonna enjoy it. Like, a lot of the player complaints, as Avid said, have been flushed out. It's been fixed. Everything's been really, really good. A lot of communication between the players and devs. It's been great.
100% too. 100%. They've been really communicating with us.
Yeah. And if you guys want to eventually try doing the balance testing in the future, you need to hit Diamond or Masters. And if you want to do that, I recommend watching the good old Scottish Jesus streams to see some ranked, either ranked or tournament gameplay to see what the pros are doing to get you on that level.
Are we feeling like the upcoming state of Cards and Tankards is going to be the best it's ever been?
Yes, I was going to say that. It's literally the best. Yeah. there's so many diverse. It's so diverse with its with the amount of stuff you can do when it comes to viable strategies and synergies, and also it feels really balanced. Like it feels good. All archetypes feel good, which was a
There's
thing
so much
that
flexibility.
yeah.
I will say with full transparency too, like there's even a couple of different things that we've addressed that we would like to have included in this update, but it's not worth delaying the update. So there's still some things that we're looking at where we will probably address them in future balance changes. But that's why balance changes continue to happen, right? The game evolves, players will find new ways to break cards that we weren't expecting. Some of the things that aren't massively impacting but are definitely odd and could be tweaked are still on our radar, and we'll be looking at them for future updates, something like maybe the mid-season, or if we end up doing one shorter because there's something that needs more urgent attention immediately after the update goes live or something. Expect further balance changes. We're never done. We're going to keep listening to your guys' feedback, so just keep communicating in our Discord and letting us know what's going on. But anyways, let's get back to the game.
Yes.
Let's do it. So Evan looks like to be having the board advantage here. They're pretty even on cards, I'd say. Evan also has health advantage and some sort of contract, which I did see what it was. Evan actually stole the pact to non-aggression out of Bowden's hand.
Wow.
While we were talking about the next expansion, and I was going crazy in my brain for a second there. I was like, damn, this is insane, but I also want to hear about the expansion.
Right.
I'm
he
torn.
dropped the force pull as well on the daring swindler over here, and took it from him. So it gives him the kind of like the +1 on that. This king's a huge tempo shift. So we'll see if Bowden's able to take advantage, or if Evan can remove it right here. Definitely the deck to remove the king at this health.
Final spell.
Respectable.
Possible Jorgen. Breach.
Huge, no. Just a setup turn. That's alright. More copy mages coming down.
Alright. No mill for you. Now, so Bowden is now in Avatar Peace territory. So we're in the part of the game where Augur is probably most well, there you go. Augur is most powerful, because once Augur gets those 10, 9 mana spells and creatures, that's when it gets really, really hard to start beating Augur. And
Yes.
I'm losing my voice, which is even better.
It's okay, same. I've been fighting it this entire time.
Yeah. We'll get there, guys. Don't worry.
Sick or not, we're here. We're here. Oh, answered the Avatar of Peace.
I wonder if Bowden runs Potion of the Wild. He surely does, right?
Yeah.
Alright, got a little spellbook forgery.
See what he forges up. That's a neat card.
Alright, money! Oh, what? That's a funny contract.
That's what I said. Very, very neat
That's
card.
very
weird.
That's been interesting, but hey ho.
Howdy, Gabby. Okay.
Stalwart Guard. Breach. Hey Gabby, how's it going? Alright, breach checked. That's 2 Necros, by the way, that's been sacrificed. Oh, final spell stolen. No more stealing, though.
Swiper, no swiping.
Oh, that's a throwback.
Yeah, it is.
Bowden has got very interesting... he's not going to, because... So Bowden has a king in his hand, and he's probably not going to play it until Evan uses the final spell, but honestly... Yeah, okay,
The
never
bait,
mind.
right?
I thought Bowden was going to end up trying to bait the final spell out with an Avatar piece. Alright, so this is where Evan probably uses the final spell, then Bowden has 2 kings now. So Bowden's probably going to end up using the Potion of the World eventually, and getting the 2 kings back, which will then start really milling Evan's deck. Miller gets milled.
Definitely excited for the balance changes for
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
cards. Definitely excited for him.
Also guys, don't forget, if you are enjoying the content and want to see more, don't forget to leave a follow, and if you think your friends will enjoy it, you can share the stream to those guys.
Go into your settings and hide the cards in your hand while you're popping them onto the screen.
Good catch from Avid there, making sure that Bowden's hand is hidden.
Yeah.
I
You
didn't
wa-
see what you stolen. Damn it.
We'll start doing that at the start. We'll tell everyone to hide their hands. That's a very good idea. Alright, that's the Avatar
Did you
piece.
see the card stolen on stream?
No. Guys, what did, what was the, card stolen? What did Evan steal?
Garsing was
Power
a
of Garsang. Power of
It-
Garsang.
That was a 4.
The card
4/3
stolen was
card
Power of
stolen.
Garsang.
Thank you.
Definitely not a card I'd miss, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it was one of those bad forgery picks. It was just the best of the bundle, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Ooh, that will not feel pleasant.
Oh, 9 to the
Yep.
face.
That will not feel pleasant.
Boom. Fireball. Damn, having to
Yeah.
use a fireball and not kill a creature is
Rough.
disgusting. And Bowden's on 37 health. Bowden definitely has the advantage here. I think, honestly, Bowden's going to come out on top. I think he's going to 2-0 Evan.
It's looking kind of in his favor right now. I don't want to call it too early. Evan is a violently skilled player, but
Yes,
it is
definitely.
looking in Bowden's favor 100%. It's strong.
Medicine carrier stolen. Honestly, he could have stole something worse.
Yeah, it could have been worse. Yeah, could have been worse.
So that's fireball territory. There it is. Big old ball of the fire variety.
Getting more draw there. Oof. Okay.
Boons and banes all across the place.
Yeah, that was a duality of man there.
Alright, Bowden is now decked out, but I do remember seeing a Potion of the World in Bowden's hand, which Bowden's very lucky that Evan did not steal with one of his stealing
Ooh.
cards. There it is. That's 2 kings and I think 3 Avatar pieces back into the deck with a bunch of removal and healing.
Yeah,
This is going to be
42
really
health.
tough for Evan.
Cool. It's hard to place the piece.
Boom, another fireball wasted on an Avatar piece. Probably Dark Matter. Nope.
Nope.
It is a...
It's removable. Evan
Okay,
only
he's
has
going
10
for direct
cards remaining.
damage. Now, we need to keep in mind, Evan does have a Pact Non-Aggression, the one he stole from Bowden.
Is this true? Ooh, Evan's potion is in the Spanish pile.
Oh, really? Oh, you're right. He may not have another one. Oh, Avatar piece stolen. That's gonna suck for Bowden. Call of the Old God. King to the face.
Triggers the...
Thing is, that is perfect because now Bowden can probably... all Bowden needs to do is just hit Evan with the king again, and he doesn't need to worry about the Pact
yeah.
Non-Aggression. Now, Bowden does have 2 kings, so he may already have his other king, or he might draw into it and just win here. That would be hilarious.
Got a chance to get it too.
Doesn't look like he did.
Nope, not quite. Probably just setting up. Just keep the removal in his hand until he gets the king. Just keep that board controlled. Evan's probably going to steal his king.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the
Ooh.
king and Avatar piece stolen now. Breach checked. many cards does Evan have? 7 cards left in his deck. What else is he stealing? Oh, these grave robbers. Oh, stealing the restorative alchemy. Avatar piece.
He's just chilling at this point, right?
We have 15 cards that aren't boons. But with Parchment, we're going to draw through that pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, very quickly.
I think this might come
stolen.
out to mana burn.
There's a chance that Bowden might be able to get past the grave robbers with taunt and just, I don't know, that's a bit in left or right.
Gets rid of 1 here. Is that it? That's it.
Now there's a chance Evan is running a second potion of the wild, and if he is, then he has a good chance of beating Bowden here.
So 8 cards, 3 boons.
Thank you for the follow, Anobi. Always appreciate it. That's 11 health now, so now he's out of range of King, one-shotting him.
Yeah.
But Bowden does have Call of the Old Gods and Dark Matter Blast, so there's a good chance that he's able to just put him right back down. He's probably going to Fireball here. He's surely drawn a Fireball by now.
Drawing cards off the Avatar piece is kind of scary in this situation. I don't know that I would feel comfortable doing that, but I guess you may have just had to try to get cards out of there.
Why didn't see Evan steal a potion at all this match?
His is banished.
Do we know if they're running one themselves?
Evan's potion got milled, and Bowden never got a potion stolen from him.
Because right now we're sitting with Evan with 4 cards left.
Yeah, there's a chance he is running a second. I run a second because mine always gets milled, and it makes me scream. So there's a chance Evan does the same thing, but it's not likely, especially in this sort of tournament. It can be really risky just having a hand with 2 potions doing nothing.
Like I said, I think it is definitely going to be a match that comes down to mana burn.
Right. Bowden may just King here.
Well, he's got a lot of other options too, so he basically just has like access to half his original resources.
Right. Yeah, because all his lowly lieutenants have been banished. That's the king. Oh, stole the Garnon, but it doesn't realistically nothing for him.
Yeah, with the amount of cards left, just a little bit of health.
Stole the king. Oh, that's so tragic to see. Stalwart guard.
Ooh,
oh! Oh, he banished he discarded the Jorgen. Oh, that's so sad to see.
Also mildly satisfying.
Yeah.
12-12. Oof.
Fireball.
Breach.
Yeah, breached. Possible potion. This would be the time to play it.
This is it is now.
It would have been played already at this point.
Oh, it's there! It happened!
Huge.
I think that might swing this back in Evan's favor.
The thing is, Evan only has 2 cards left, so that he might just get outvalued here. Because Bowden still does have one more king. So once Bowden places that king, he's going to be flowing for a good wee while.
I mean, Evan's got 2 cards in hand, but Bowden only has 3, and he's now about to be down to 2 as well. 7 cards left in deck, and I don't think we are going to see another potion.
Yeah, Bowden definitely doesn't have another potion.
Mana burn. I think it's going to be in Evan's favor. And we still have active non-aggression on the board.
Yep.
That's true. Oh, but if he gets a king here and Evan doesn't
doing anything but blocking. I don't think Evan's going for an attack at this point. He's waiting on that mana burn.
Okay, he has a creature down.
That's going to help potentially replenish his hand as well. $57 health is a lot, but it goes by real quick with mana burn.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Stalwart. Oh, I don't know if that was a good idea.
It's going to allow Evan to mill Bowden faster.
Jorgen. Little Yorgi
5
poo.
cards left in the deck.
And that probably is Restless as well, right? Yes.
I'm gonna head out. And let me know on Discord if when my match is.
Operation the Garanon. Okay, I see that.
Bowden is definitely not in a good situation right now.
Maybe if he got his king earlier, he might have had a better chance, might have been able to figure something out, but I think his king's just been at the bottom of his deck.
There it is.
He could steal something. Okay, okay.
It's not terrible.
Stealing a fireball is always nice. Oh. Oh no. And that's Wandering Executioner. Do you think this is only the second game? So if Evan wins this, it's only going to be 1-1.
Right. Very skill-intensive matches.
On the edge of my seat this entire match.
It's been great. And I think Evan is also using Augur, so this, we're in for the long haul this next game. I think Bowden has one more Avatar piece left. Okay.
I have some resource.
Especially with Bowden's deck.
Only one more innate card left in the deck. I doubt it's a potion.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Even if
we're seeing a match over here at this point, I don't know if there's anything in these 2 remaining cards. Yeah, it looks like Bowden's just flipping for it to end. GG's.
that is it. All right. Oh, that's I can't even say that. That's it. That's 1-1.
Game.
One more game.
1-1. I think this happened last time as well. The Evan's opponent took first round, and then Evan swept back 2-0.
Yeah, it's almost like he's asking for the challenge.
Likes the underdog status.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just a reminder for everyone, Evan right now is number 4 in the world. Bowden is number 55 in the world. So although there's a gap, they're still pretty evenly matched.
While we were sitting here, I slipped in the Masters.
Wow, you're that good, Thunk. I think that's
Yes, yeah, I don't even have to play. I don't even have to play. Only looked because you mentioned Bowden's rank. Slice calling for the Evan win in chat. That's a strong start.
Let me check these predictions. So 60% think that Evan's gonna win, 40% thinks Bowden's gonna win.
We have seen a trend though. Whenever people tend to vote for these things, the underdog does take it.
That's true. So Bowden may just clap back. Bowden does have the health advantage here. Evan has a slight card advantage. That's Breach. Evan does have the mana fragment too.
Fragment is so huge.
Yeah.
It will be interesting to see with some of the new mana fragment generators next expansion what players can pull off with it.
That's gonna be really cool. I love the new stuff that's come out with the mana fragments.
100%. I think we're buckling in for quite the long game here.
Yeah, you know, I was just thinking, when you're in VR, I wonder if their arms ever get tired. You see the amount of stuff, the amount of cards they're just throwing around the place?
Right.
Every turn?
And you know, some of these players play standing up, which I think is crazy.
I don't know how they do that. I don't know how they do that.
Same. Not me. Not me. I have a gaming chair for a reason.
Because that's why, if I'm ever doing ranked streams, I probably, like, stand for the first hour, and then I'm like, I'm getting mad, my legs are getting sore, I'm sitting down now.
Reaper says, gotta get immersed. I feel that. I feel that.
Get immersed, yeah. You know, I would be really scared if I was in, you know, a local card shop and I saw one guy just playing a card game standing up or any board game. I think he's nuts.
The one dude with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Disc on or something. Not a bad setup at all for Bowden right now.
Well, what's he gonna steal? 2-5 or the 2-4? The 2-4, Bazimuth. And two taunts behind in front of a Bazimuth is very, very sad to see for your opponent.
Guaranteed value.
Yeah, Evan is definitely gonna have the card, the resource game one here. And Bowden's win condition. Bowden really, we saw this deck. It doesn't really have a win condition apart from mana burn.
Right.
Or unless he's able to somehow wipe the board and then maybe start punching with his avatar piece or king, but that's about it really.
Yeah, honestly, and I would assume that Evan is also running the potion, so.
Right. There's avatar piece. I feel like Evan might just steal the avatar piece. Oh.
I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. I will be back.
Okay. Reparations was an interesting card to use here because he didn't have to use it on the Avatar piece since Avatar piece cannot be targeted by Reparations because his attack is over 6. So Evan was able to bypass the taunt and kill something else. We are on the semi-finals. The scores are 1-1 and this is Bowden versus Evan.
By the way, loving the community show out today in the stream. We have broken 30 viewers several times. I think this is one of our most watched streams thus far for tournaments. I love to see it. I would love to have this kind of show out in more of our tournaments in the future as well. Usually Scotch is the one streaming, so if you guys want to drop a follow to get notified when he goes live for those future events, I highly recommend it. We also will announce it in the Discord. If you guys are liking this kind of content, we'll announce whenever these streams go live, so make sure you guys are in the Discord and have notifications turned on.
Thank you, I would appreciate that. I was going to say later on that this is the first time I've ever broken 30 viewers, so I would like to thank everyone for coming and watching. Thank you for the bit, Dan Moore, I appreciate that.
I think you and Half are doing great things commentating these events.
Yeah,
Very entertaining. We love watching it.
It's
much more exciting.
Yes, it's certainly more fun to do. To do this, and I'd love to do it with more events. So we're hoping to start doing more events because I do have a certain game show I want to start. But we're also making me and Half Thunk are working on a video together on YouTube. It's gonna help you guys. Basically, come on the stream. It's gonna help you guys learn the game, learn the mechanics better, learn what you should be doing. Use health as a resource. Make sure. To count for lethal, yeah, placement, big thing. Count for lethal every game, because some people, they play to survive and not play to win, and that is the very big difference between a competitive player and a casual player. You want to play to win, not play to survive.
We're gonna hold you to that, though. I think you've promised those videos for quite a while, and I haven't seen one yet. So
we have written the script. We're literally just down to recording now. I can show you the script after if you'd like.
Heck yeah, let's see it. This is definitely board advantage for Bowden here.
Definitely. Good, it's a good thing for Evan that sellswords no longer have loophole, or he would be taking quite a bit of damage every time. He'd actually probably be dead by now. Now, the thing is that Pillaging Prince will not be dying anytime soon, because what Evan is doing is he's using the Pillaging Prince's health, and then discarding to then activate the Wounded, what's his name? Wounded Guardian's ability. To then get, there we go, to then get the Pillaging Prince's health back, to then use the ability again. But the downside to this is Evan is on 6 health. And the more he discards, the more he's putting himself at risk of dying here. Because it's
state-wise as well, he's looking like he could be swung around pretty easily. He's got only 2 blockers on board.
Yep.
10 mana though. We'll see if that changes by the end of the turn. Still hasn't used the mana fragment.
I was about to say he could still use the mana fragment here, and there. Oh, I don't know if I think Bowden just wins here. He just pushes everything. Oh no, this pacifist.
0 attacks.
You're right.
But
1,
we have
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so
Guardian can block at least one of the sellswords. We have 4 damage coming at him. Sellswords with loophole. No, 3. Sorry, because 1's pacifist. So 1 block. That's 2 damage a turn, basically. Well, 2 damage this turn.
Yeah, there's a chance that I think if Bowden ends up maybe with Forceful Acquisition, maybe the...
Bowden can take the taunt off of Avatar. King can kill...
the Wounded Guardian.
That'll pretty much solidify the match.
Yeah. Now I can see, since Bowden did steal a card and we can see it in his hand, he has Golden Silence in his hand. And I wonder if he can see the play. Golden Silence the Avatar of Peace, kill off the Wounded Guardian. Or maybe he wants to hit the Avatar of Peace with other removal and then Golden Silence the King. But I feel like it's a smarter decision.
To play it, but right now it definitely is looking like Bowden's got the advantage. He just needs to think through the plays, not stress out, keep calm.
Yeah.
I think that was not the right choice.
Hmm.
We'll see. What does he
Stole the King. See, he definitely should have stole the Avatar of Peace.
Unfortunately, though, that
used the King on the...
Yeah, because those kinds of moves, right? He's filling his board with 0 attack creatures right now. That's not going to help him get the win. The only problem that Evan had on the board, realistically, was the Wounded Guardian, because it could protect against the sellswords.
Yeah.
That is a shame. That was a shame to come back and witness.
Yeah, that move should have been a case of steal the Avatar piece, use the King on the Wounded Guardian, and then Golden Silence the King.
If anything, I would have said, I would have probably silenced the Avatar and then stolen the Wounded Guardian, so that way you had yet another 1-attack loophole.
That's true. Oh, wait, no, it would have lost its attack.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
That's the King gone. And that's the thing, he also made his King 1 health, so he could have gotten a lot more value out of it. I think Bowden is just stressing too much, because we're getting to the climax of the game. The scores are 1-1. Whoever wins this moves on to the finals.
Dan Moore has the comment of the right move in chat. Stole Avatar of Peace.
Yep.
Silence the King. Kill the Prince with their own King. Would have probably been the best move.
Yeah. Agreed. Definitely a really good move. Now I just noticed the board is very full now, so let's do a little side view.
And Evan's starting to gain some health as well.
Oops. Yeah, that Pact Non-Aggression really helped.
So.
Bowden will also have a Pact Non-Aggression. I don't know. So, I feel like one of the ways this game will end, they'll both end up using their potion, and then they're just going to try deck each other out with their kings. I think that's probably how they're going to try to do it. But I feel like Evan has 2 potions in here, because if he ran 2 potions in a plundering deck, he's definitely running 2 potions in a augur deck. Unless he didn't run 2 potions, and he got the second potion off a Daring Swindler. There is that chance, I just thought of that. This is where we see the Grand Tutoring Kira combo with defensive acumen. We're gonna see it soon. I guarantee it. It's gonna happen. Spellbook forgery. Honestly, even if he sees 3 portions of the wild, he should take it. Because it's gonna turn out.
A defensive acumen though right now.
Oh,
that'd be huge.
That would be hilarious.
I don't think he includes it in his deck.
I don't think we saw it last game, no.
If it was plundered, that would be hilarious.
Thing is, he
definitely
runs.
Turn this board state into something more threatening.
Yeah, no, definitely. What's that? Okay, I thought you put defensive
when I
acumen.
saw that for a second, I thought.
Levin's health is definitely looking a lot better than it did before. Oh, fireball out here. I like the avatar piece placement. You know, he's not being silly. He's not putting it in the middle of his board where his value generators start getting destroyed. The thing is, Evan does have their Garden, and they're just sinking. They're just eating up a lot of health, and it's gonna become an issue for Bowden if he actually wants to close this game off.
Yeah, he's definitely reestablishing really strongly.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, that's a good way to get rid of the taunt. But I will say, I think Bowden did miss lethal before. I feel like he either no Pact Non-Aggression, it wouldn't be lethal.
Yeah, Pact of Non-Aggression would have still prevented it, but I think it would have still been a better end result regardless.
Yeah, Evan wouldn't be as this strong as he is right now, because he just now got rid of the Wounded Guardian, and that Wounded Guardian is given so much value because of its ability, that it was big mistake from Bowden's side for keeping it alive. Is that an arcanic? What? Vicious. What?
He may have plundered it. Yeah, he may have plundered it.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's.
Yeah, there's no rarity icon. It's a plundered.
Right. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's a good. I'll need to put that in the video. You ever wondering how your opponent got the perfect card at the perfect time? Check the rarity. If it's there, they plundered it.
How did they play 4 the same card when you didn't see the copy happen?
Check the rarity. Make a song out of that.
Anticipating the next Scottish Jesus music drop.
All right, we're going to see a reset here with hand advantage going to Evan, I believe.
Not
Not significantly, but it is hand advantage.
Evan's health now gets halved. Kaboom. Alright, we can get a little close-up now. Now, Bowden is on 62 health, but as we've seen, honestly, health does not matter when Mana Burn is brought into the mix. Alright, nice little breach deck. Ooh, I would have taken the Basmith, personally. I think I would have rather used the Basmith to draw into more removal to then deal with the Lowly Lieutenant.
I think Bowden's thought might be that the discards getting the Cell Swords is trying to get that chip damage, but without another Pact, that might be their only win here.
Right.
Just trying to get through the line, but this Suppressor of Magic is going to be a problem real quick.
Yeah, very quick. That's going to spiral out of control.
Now, something I've noticed, neither of them has used a single potion yet.
Are we close to deck out?
Not really. Sort of.
I think Evan's closer. I think Evan's closer.
Both disrupted each other's Parchment Barrages pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
So we haven't had as much drawing through the deck as normal. So one of those taunts is going to have... Oh, no, not even. We're going to go straight to suppressing Gary. Okay.
You know, that's a really underrated card, Suppressor Magic. You never see it. It's a 7/7 stat, and it suppresses and activate. Really good stuff.
It is one that the lower ranked players complain about a lot because I think they use it more often.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of the more competitive players realize that it is a hard card to get onto the board and to get enough value from. But if you do behind like a taunt blocker like Avatar Piece here, it's definitely a nuisance, right?
Right.
Yeah. An Avatar piece is just so strong on its own. It could definitely wombo combo together.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised they... Okay, never mind. I was gonna say I was surprised they didn't suppress Avatar Piece because that was multi-blocker, but then that would allow it to start attacking, and I don't think Evan's quite ready for that yet. I think he wants more chuck blockers.
Slowly but surely reestablishing, yeah.
I think this is just gonna become a case of they're both gonna build the boars up, and then one of them is gonna use improvised laws.
Bowden's already used one, I believe, right? The last improvise was on Bowden's turn, so...
Mm-hmm.
And we're decked out on Evan, so we'll probably see a potion here in the next couple of turns.
Bowden probably should have kept their, they should have kept their hand discarding until Evan had was decked out already. Because the way Evan plays, it looks like, is he uses as many cards as he can first, and then, then he potions.
Yeah.
I feel like Bowden maybe should have waited for him to be... Oh, he reiterated it! That was a really good move.
Very
It's
smart.
1/1 Persephone. It's
Especially in this
right
matchup, I think that, that's a move that could potentially be defining the winner, right? Like, whether or not he can do that potion again.
Right.
Especially considering it's in hand. Bowden would have to mill it out of the hand already. He won't be able to steal it from the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and as Scottish said, they've already activated a lot of those cards too, so they don't have the access to them anymore.
Right. And now, the really interesting thing I've noticed with Evan's decks, so when people make mill decks, they put every single mill card they can, they put like the biggest, strongest, like Lotus, for example, is a card that a lot of people use in their mill decks, but Evan doesn't do that. He uses the smaller mill later on in the game after their opponent has already played a bunch of cards and already naturally banished their own cards. So it feels more...
Saw, if people watching the stream didn't see, the next improvised laws hit the board, and it was also Bowden's yet again.
Yep.
We're assuming Bowden will also have a potion of their own, so some of these cards are going to be coming back, but... Did Evan... I mean, Evan decked out, and I don't think we saw a improvise from their side.
No, we did not, so I think Bowden...
must not be running it.
Yeah. That's really interesting, because improvised laws is usually a spell you want to use when using Augur when it comes to going against mid-range matchups. But it might be a case of Evan just sort of sucks up against mid-range and just tries their best anyways. And not dilute their deck with other counters against other decks and just tries to stick it to what they're good at.
I believe Evan did have a few cards remaining in hand, though, when they potioned, so maybe it's just their board state was something they were happy with. They didn't feel it was their turn to use it. So maybe they still had
that's
it in
true.
reserve.
That's true. Evan definitely did have the better board. Bowden just had a bunch of 0 attack suppressed creatures, or pacified.
Yeah,
Bit early to use that.
Round 2.
I think so too. I think I would have waited a little
Round two,
longer.
he says, fight.
I think we're about round 15 by now, I think, by my count.
Now we're looking at a suppressed avatar piece doing some serious damage. Not a lot of health, though. Probably won't stick around very long.
I think Bowden's gonna hit max health here.
That was a discarded improvised laws. So we'll see that one come back much later.
Breach.
What's the breach used against? Oh, wow. I guess that was a risk. The forceful acquisition hit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you may as well just
I don't
push
think that was a
it.
breach check, so it seems like they might have just forgot about the breach.
Yeah, well, Bowden doesn't have many cards to even check with. And I don't know what would be in his hand. Oh, he does have an improvised loss. He just discarded it.
Yep. We're likely going to see still walls built and walls falling.
Yep.
And walls stolen, apparently. Back and forth.
The lieutenant's huge, though. No, lieutenant's a real shift into Evan's favor here.
This really feels like a plunder match, but on a bigger scale, you know? You get a whole board down.
It's interesting because, like, Bowden's deck doesn't seem to have, like, a clear win condition beyond the mana burn, and that's also Bowden's greatest weakness. So the deck that matches 1-for-1, the win condition that you're hoping for ends up being your own downfall.
Yeah. Because it doesn't look like, aside from King, Bowden doesn't have any mill cards. Whereas Evan, he's got Pickpocket and King. And I think that's it. I don't know whether I saw a Meager Misdeed. But I think something to...
Have you seen any Grave Robbers this match?
Yes. Wait, no? Maybe?
I must be thinking of the matchup before.
Yeah. Now, I think a way that Bowden can probably improve his deck is definitely Reiteration. For if he doesn't want to add... Well, it's very flexible, so he can either get more Potions of the Weld, or he can get more removal according to what deck he's fighting against.
This board is quickly becoming one-sided, but might be regretting discarding away that improvised laws.
Right. It's not looking good.
Oh, this might be it. No.
Unfortunate.
We know that he has 2, and 1 got shuffled down a while ago.
And he hasn't played any cards which shuffle his deck.
If he does not obtain the second one quick enough, this might actually start quickly shifting Evan's way.
Well, at least Bowden has at least, I don't know, like 5 turns to look for it.
This is interesting too, because Evan's board's pretty full, and I guess Evan is still also thinking of mana burn win condition. He's got a bunch of cards in hand. I guess he could always use more. I just don't know if I would keep pillaging or not, rather than trying to get the extra damage.
Right. Well, maybe he could... He's probably looking for some... I don't know, big... Why didn't he... Okay, yeah, he's taunt. He might be looking for big damage or just removal. He might just be looking for spells to buff up his Arcane Eater to possibly start wrapping this game up quite a bit earlier.
That's true. It's not a bad call, especially at 78 health. Like 2 damage is not doing a significant amount of extra work per turn, but...
Right.
Evan has just completely taken over this game.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I think Evan's just... He's on the mindset of, I'm winning the long game, I'm sticking with the long game, so there's probably another reason he's going with the plundering. 2-5. That's not gonna do much for him.
Yeah, Bowden's top decking right now. It's not looking good.
You never win a top deck with Augur, especially against Augur.
That also goes in Evan's favor right now, is continuing to plunder and refill the hand, so that way if that does end up, Bowden gets lucky and hits the improvise, Evan will easily rebuild the board state.
Yep, and if Bowden ever hits a Parchment Barrage, he's never going to be able to activate it, because Bowden... if Bowden hits the Parchment, never going to be able to activate it, because Evan's always getting spells. He's going to plunder them, he's going to... Yeah, he's good. Oh, yeah. That's our Arcane Eater starting to get pretty big.
Yeah, he's starting to actually put work in.
Yeah, it can now survive the improvised laws as well, so even if Bowden does use one, it's going to survive. Oh,
Gary.
The poor Gerber. It's going to get destroyed.
Yeah, I don't think that lasts very long.
Yeah, I think...
Rip. Oh, and he got a breach as well.
What's interesting, I don't know if I would have... I guess, like... I would have just attacked with the king, I think.
Yeah, it definitely would have been better, just so Bowden doesn't get to his lawless... No, why do I keep saying lawless? His improvised laws, faster. I think he's got maybe 2-3 turns at the very most left in him. And he found it. But, I mean, that's 5, 6, 7 damage. 8 damage. 9 damage.
Lord. Good placements on his taunts,
Odin's
too.
gonna have any answers for this. Final spell, question mark? Do you run one? Or did you plunder one?
Plunder, maybe.
Not looking great.
This is where he's gonna pick up...
quickly shifting Evan's direction.
This is where he picks up 7 Wraith Wraths. And he wins the game.
Right, right.
We're gonna ignore the taunt. No, first he'll final spell. And then he'll use Spellbook Forgery. And, yeah, you know what I mean. You get what I'm getting. You're picking up one, put him down.
Yeah. Odin is not happy with their hand.
Oh, the
And
breach.
check.
I mean, he knew it was there, too. It's unfortunate. This is not enough.
No.
I think that... Is that...
Is that lethal already?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... Plus 7. So that's 17 damage. He needs 2 more.
You can do it.
Yeah, which he then gets with his Arcane Eater.
Unfortunate, but also fortunate.
Yeah, fortunate this game gets to end.
Right, no kidding, no kidding, no kidding.
Very long matchup. And not to mana burn, which is also a blessing.
No,
Oh, yes. Because...
Haven't.
Oh, yeah, Bowden already used his
GG's,
potion.
right?
Yep, that's GG's right there. Didn't even need to rely on the mana burn.
Or do we have a...
Oh,
Yep.
no! Oh.
And so it continues.
Yeah, packed non-aggression exists.
Into the final spell. No. That will not save, unfortunately.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a final spell. You really had me worried. Holy...
He slammed it down too. Yeah, I thought that for sure.
GG's.
GG's.
Yeah, for sure. That was a really, really close game. They both played really well. Just a couple of misplays from Bowden that last game. I think just kind of gave it to Evan there.
Yeah. I feel like... Yeah, that last game, Bowden made some major mistakes, and it probably cost him this whole thing. But, you know, they still both played very well. Good game to both of you. That...
I did mishear then. Okay.
That's fine. Alright. I'm actually really excited to see Slice of Bread's ramp deck again. Alright, so we can already get... What, Stellar Shard? Stellar Shard, turn 2! It's really sad to see.
Strong though, strong.
The Wandering Executioner is always a really tough card to see early, especially if it's been enhanced. Now that's a 5-6, so that's going to take quite a bit, at least 2 removal cards from Bowden to kill off. Or Stellar Shard. I doubt Slice of Bread is probably going to be attacking with the Torch Carrier off the Stellar Shard getting put down. I think Slice of Bread is instead going to focus more on getting bigger creatures down. He's went for the card draw, did hit his spell, it was a Mimicry the Bread hit. So they're down a Mimicry, hit another 2 cards though, so that's really good. Thank you for the follow, Macus Snack, thank you.
Already hitting the burn there on the barrel. That's pretty rough.
Yeah.
But I guess that does, in the long game, lessen the impact of that Torch Carrier.
Thank you for the follow, Knock.
getting rid of it now that the barrel's out.
Bowden's controlling this really well and also keeping pressure up, so it's going to be really hard for Slice to actually start properly ramping his cards up.
No, I agree. Bowden's handled this very well. His aggro deck is really clean. I'll have to give it to him. His aggro deck is really clean. Very consistent.
Okay, Stellar Shard's being taken care of with Serrated Stalker.
Such a good card. Potentially going to generate more value too. This was so great. Such a great card.
Got the 5/5 quick strike. I think they're just gonna end up trading the 5/5s.
Probably, yeah.
But Slice of Bread definitely has board advantage. That 4/5 is probably gonna... If they play it right, the 4/5 will be able to mobilize something. What does it mobilize? 4 and under? Yeah, 4 and under. So it could take out the Righteous Bannerman. That will then give them a card in the field and a card in their hand, which will probably end up being an Untaming Destroyer.
Super resource that way.
Oh, we have just hit 41 viewers. We've passed the 40 mark.
Heck yeah.
I would like to thank everyone again for showing up. And as a thank you, at the end of the stream, I will be doing a 1,000 gem giveaway. So stay tuned if you'd like to earn some gems at the end.
Huge.
You know what, Scottish?
Oh?
Make it 2,000. There you go.
2,000.
Boom!
Give 1,000 to 2 people or give the one person 2,000? What are you thinking?
That's up to you. I'll let you decide.
Oh.
Congrats on the breaking 40 viewers, though.
I appreciate that. This is great. I thank you everyone for coming, but let's get back to this. This is some good stuff going on here. Alright, Lumbering Striker, definitely very good. It's going to be really hard for Bowden to be able to get rid of that, honestly, because he's already used quite a bit of removal already. Well, not too much. He hasn't used any of his fireballs. Slice of Bread doesn't have a taunt, but if he was going to use a fireball, I feel like the fireball would be best on the Mana Harvester, maybe? I don't know, because you do want to get rid of that 4/3. But then again, if that Lumbering Striker takes damage... Why can't I point... That's really weird. If that Lumbering Striker does take damage, I'm going to double read. Oh no, it's Death Blow. Death Blow, mobilize the highest mana cost creature in your reserves. So Slice of Bread might honestly end up attacking with it if he's able to get some creatures on the board to defend himself with. And then I believe his highest cost creature is the Gorging Jelly. It is. So maybe it's not a good idea to attack with it yet. You want to get rid of the stump first.
Yeah, he's going to be able to take some extreme advantage with this card if he plays it correctly. I don't know, because we've seen so much removal come down from Bowden. I don't know that he's going to have enough to just kind of answer that. And you're right that that stump is kind of putting a damper on things quite a bit.
Right. You know what? I know an easy way to do this. If you guys want me to give 1,000 gems to one person, 1,000 gems to 2 people, put 1 in the chat. If you want me to give 2,000 gems to 1 person, put 2 in the chat. Then I'll look at it in a bit. Oh, we got the Maggie out here. We're gonna see a little combo. We're gonna see a little Maggie combo. They are running DM secondary. No, they're not. They're running Plunder secondary. There will be no Maggie combo.
You might be using it just kind of control the board state.
Right, because if that Maggie dies, everything dies but the Lumbering Strikers, then Slice gets a free 10 damage in.
Right, so he's really able to do whatever he wants with that one. That's pretty good. That's actually a pretty good play on his part.
Right. Thanks, Raider, for the sub. I appreciate that. 111. Yeah, we're gonna give away 1,000 gems to 2 different people. We have to stick to the end of the stream for that, so stay tuned and enjoy.
Another great example of why you should be following so you don't miss out on these giveaways. Great lessons in the game. I mean, you've got one of the developers in the chat right now as we speak, so I mean, definitely a good excuse to follow if you haven't.
Definitely. You know what we need to do again? We haven't done this in a really long time. So there was this one time we did a card rating sort of tournament where people would do their own, make their own cards, and then there would be me. I think it was me, Wisely, and Avid, and Andy. We were together. Yeah. We were rating cards, and then whoever had the most rating ended up winning gems. It was a pretty cool little thing. We might need to do that again.
I believe one of the abilities got slightly reworked and eventually added to the game as well.
I think it was the winner. It was the shift into the, what's it called? You know what I'm talking about? I can't remember if it's been added. Whoops. Like if it's been spoiled. My bad. Anyways, wow, this game is gaming, you know? Let's see. So, Slice of Bread Slice of bed? Slice of Bread has regained board advantage pretty well here. They were struggling for a little bit, but they've gotten it back. Bowden's deck seems more fit. Oh, Bowden just got rid of the Lumbering Striker. I think they Grave robbed the Serrated Stalker. But that Maggie is
super strong.
Honestly, if I was Slice of Bread, I would use the Gurm on one of their own creatures, maybe the Gorging Jelly or the Serrated Stalker, just so the attack at least matches the Maggie if the Maggie ever ends up dying.
Right. So you at least have something afterwards.
Yeah, get a little bit of setup going on. Thanks for the follow, Gabby. I appreciate it.
Is playing very meticulously, and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Onion. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. I miss good old Onion. He came back for a little bit recently.
Onion was a really good player. He was similar to Bookkeeper, very creative with his decks. Like, he made a really cool Sellsword one-round kill deck where you Grand Shooter, bees, and stuff, and it was insane. Get like 70 damage on the board in a turn.
Super good player. Super good player.
Yep. You know something that's given Slice of Bread a huge advantage this game? That Mana Harvester being on the board since turn 1.
Yes, it is just chilling and doing work. It is putting in some effort right now.
Right.
Its back's got to be a little sore.
Oh, definitely. If it has one?
Right.
I feel like Slice is going to start blocking with that Maggie. But this is why he should have done preparation, so that he could just kill everything on the board and then hit Bowden directly with like a 10 attack creature.
Right. A little bit of setup would have been pretty good on his part. And he still has the opportunity to do so now, too.
Right.
I mean, technically the setup happened, but it just wasn't worth triggering it sooner, right, with the Lumbering Striker when it was out before. But Slice had the board advantage. It wasn't something they wanted to happen to wipe their own board state.
Yeah, they're definitely using it to control a little bit.
Now, it's really been good how Bowden's been able to keep their card advantage this entire time, but I feel like that's going to change soon, just because of that Garnon. Okay, I'm surprised at that. Why didn't Slice of Bread block the Spy Master with the 5/6 to kill it? Oh, because they want to mobilize, maybe? I don't know. That's kind of weird.
That's pretty strong.
Someone's saying that if the Gorging Jelly dies, it's over for Slice. What's... Oh, King Alteran. Okay, that makes sense. That can be a real issue.
Yeah, real quick.
Yep, there goes... Oh, and that's why Gorging Jelly did the Gorging Jelly. That King Alteran's gone forever.
Yeah.
Yep, that's strong. Gorging's just a skill card. I love that card so much.
I love Gorging. I think that's... Is that like one of the few cards that hasn't been changed since it got released? I'm pretty sure, right?
They might have got like a stat adjustment or something at some point, but...
Very, very fair. Very, very balanced card. Very good. I like that card a lot. Yeah, absolutely. Now he can Gorging Jelly while he Gorging Jellies.
Infinite Golden Jet. I'm just gonna stop speaking English today.
It's
That's what's gonna happen.
such a good combo because not only does it prevent the king from coming back, it means that when this gorging jelly dies, he gets another
One
gorging
more.
jelly.
Yeah.
That targets something else. So it's a good way to chain the gorging jellies and get rid of the banished creature.
It's one of my favorite little combos.
That is true too. If the gorging jelly dies from the Maggie proc, it guarantees that Slice will have a creature on board.
That's
Mhm.
true.
Nothing to target, but
Still 5/5 is pretty good. Slice playing very, very well.
I mean, if
very,
anything,
very
that
well.
actually might be bad. Like, because if the gorging jelly, if Slice does put something down that survives Magi, then the gorging jelly will banish it. And now we're just gonna see a lonely gorging jelly.
Oh well, that's a
That's
free
pretty
5 damage. Oh,
Yeah.
10 damage.
free 10. Down to 4. Wow.
Now, I believe Bowden will be able to place some cards down to defend himself here, but I don't think Slice of Bread will have that much removal, really.
Lots of enhancing going on.
Yeah.
He had the coin
That's
economy to
good.
do so, I think.
Oh, okay.
Alright, he just needs to kill 2 more things if he wants to win, but I think Bowden has very low amount of cards, his creatures aren't that big. I doubt his removal will be able to take out this, so I think after this turn it's GG's.
This is still the first battle of the round, right?
Yes. And that's
And
good
that's
game. Alright, so that's 1 point to Slice and 0 to Bowden right now. I'm thinking... Now, Bowden, this is probably Plunder versus Plunder. Bowden is more comfortable playing with and against... Oh, wait, oh no, it's Dungeon Master. Augur versus Plunder Dungeon Master. This will be interesting. I really thought Bowden was going to go with Plunder.
Back to small board state might be worth changing the camera angle again.
Yep, you are right.
I always prefer the up close.
Yes,
Oh, that's
it
good.
is definitely much better. I like it a lot. It's just when the board gets huge, you can't see the... Oh, I should change the FOV. I'll look into that later. Actually, what if I just do that now? How does that look? Do you think that looks good?
There it goes. Give
Maybe
it
too
added
much?
to it,
Can you, is there a middle ground? I don't remember.
Nope, that's 90 to 120. If we could get a middle ground eventually, that'd be very nice.
I think 90 doesn't it go down to 60?
Well, it was on 90. This isn't on 90 now, it was on 120 before. And then 60 is just really up close.
Yeah.
But here we have a stellar shard already.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have an arcane experiment? Nope, that's 6 damage to the face.
Try
Oh,
the,
another
try the
stellar.
120, but move the camera forward a little bit, maybe.
Okay, I will try that now.
It also allows you to see the players around the table. It is a little bit distorted looking, but it does show the whole table. Yeah, that's not too bad.
That's not too bad. W. I will save that as a preset. Also guys, if you guys are ever thinking about streaming or making content for this game, there is the stream camera, which is very, very useful. That's what I use, because I don't want to have my head bobbing on the table, just for you guys to get a clear view. I did that once, I'll never do that again.
I guess chat can vote. Do you guys like this camera angle better or less?
I need to fix that. This will be a lot more neater for our next tournament, but this should be good for now. I like seeing the people in the background. That's really nice. I do have name tags turned off though. Oh, and the cards that pop on the screen don't.
You have one
Show
that says they
weirdly.
like it more, one that says they don't like it.
I don't like it more. Even as. So some people you like the 120.
It's definitely nice that you can see more, but it's not nice that it does have some bubbling and distortion towards the
Um,
outer edges.
yeah. Guys, put 1 in the chat if you prefer how it was before. And put 2 in the chat if you like how it is now.
Looks like ones.
Okay, I will turn it back real quick. Bear with me, guys. Just gonna fix it a little bit. Alright, we are just about back to normal. Alrighty. Is that better, everyone?
Been able to control this so far.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
already gone
Awesome.
down to 11.
I need to change a little bit. I'll neaten this back up again later.
Now Bowden has the hand advantage, but
There we go.
again, Slice has kind of controlled things here so far.
Yes, that's true. And Bowden is not on the highest health right now, on 13. Slice is on 23. Slice looked like they just hit something in real life. That was kind of crazy.
This is going to give Bowden being
Oh,
under
Bone Brute.
20. He's going to have the additional mastery now.
Yeah. Be really bad for Bowden if, like, Slice got, like, Dark Matter Blasts or a Wraith's Wrath or something here.
Ooh.
Is the camera a bit off-center? Oh, I see what you mean. I'm trying to center it with more the Dungeon Master rather than the spell slot, because I think that's more middle, I believe. Yeah.
Bowden's on the last little bit of life, but has plenty of cards in hand.
Right?
Not dead until that value hits 0.
Slicing some buffing.
Already seen the dark matter.
More health. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I don't think Slice is going to have a ton of direct damage cards left.
There is a chance Bowden may just be able to stabilize here and not have to really worry about...
Was that dark matter stolen or generated? It doesn't have a mana crystal, so I can't tell.
It was
its
probably from the
origin, but-
spellbook.
Ah. So then as long as Bowden can put creatures up, I think most of
It'll-
Slice's removal is
Ooh, I would
non-breaking.
not attack here. All Slice needs to do is remove and then hit some amp down.
At least one Z-Star, one of the Dark Matter Blasts has been used.
Remove.
Or Vexed, Vexed.
Yep.
Uh,
No, smell.
Oh, double... Okay, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. It was... Okay, no amped. Have expected a king or a Jorgen
Ooh,
or
the
something.
double mill is not helping right now. Parchment is milling Bowden's deck. What did we lose over there?
Yeah, Bowden needs to be careful here and not to...
Forceful and Bumber.
Oh, hold on, Wraith Wrath. Is this the win? Maybe?
We got 4
That's the
damage.
win.
There it is. Wow.
Okay,
Clean.
Wraith Wrath clutch. That was really lucky. He had all 3 Wraith Wraths in his
I
hand
didn't even
there.
think about that. I guess the mill helped.
Yeah,
Yep.
sped up things. That's crazy. One more.
We're 1-1. Who's gonna take 3rd place in the championship tournament?
They're fighting hard for it, too. They're fighting hard for it.
Oh, yeah. So this game, by the way, guys, this will crown the number 3 placement in the championship tournament today. So they will get the bronze trophy. Which is a huge achievement. Because I believe only 3 people in the game have the bronze trophy. Alright, 2 stumps off the bat. Slice is getting quite a bit of value here because they got the death blow and the last word. to then get 2 of Bowden's cards, or copies of 2 of his cards. Alright, got some amp down. I think they're both running pretty aggro-ish decks.
Yeah, Bowden seems more directed towards the aggro. He's got the Wild Horde as his secondary.
So I feel like this will come down to if Bowden ends up getting the Rallying Totem, he's got the win here.
Just kill them before they kill you.
Right, easy.
Easy, right?
Just don't die, forehead.
Or as the community likes to say, you have a 50-50 chance. You either win or lose.
Yeah. Looking like a powerful field for Bowden early on.
Yep. Keeping 3 creatures down the Vexor, having Quick Strike. It's very interesting to have the Vexor in here, because you know it's a good card if they're not even using the ability. Because how it would usually work in a Wild Horde deck is it would die, you bring it back, it gets more stats because it's brought back, die, brought back, and you just keep looping that until it gets to like 7-7, 5-5, something along that stat line. But that's not the way Bowden's using it. He's just using it for the amped and the quick strike.
And it's effective. It's super effective in this kind of build.
Certainly. I think if I was Bowden, I would have maybe pushed the Stump here to get extra damage, but I don't know, that really depends on his hand. Can't wait to do a raid at the end of this. Alright, Necromancy. Probably gonna bring back the Wandering Executioner. Yep. Claw off that, 4 damage to the face. He's on 13 health now. Slice does have the hand advantage here, but I think Bowden's oppression. Oh.
Strong
That may change
fireball.
things up. There's a chance Bowden that does have the Rallying Call might just fill out his board here. Okay, I got some amp down. Stellar Shard, really nice. Bowden's hand is getting low though, so this is going to turn into quite a bad game for Bowden if he's not able to seal the deal very, very soon. Probably in the next 2, 3 at the very most turns.
Yeah, Slice is definitely uses
Ooh.
health as a resource.
Party of the
Definitely.
Roaring Mutt is not something you want to see.
No.
Oh, and stole the 0 mana trap, just like shouldn't have flipped there. You need to be patient, guys. It's not about who can play the fastest, it's about who can play the best.
Exactly so.
Alright, Fireball,
Ooh.
very nice. Enhance, that's 9
One health
damage.
and a dream.
1 health and a dream. You see, if Bowden pushed that trap job before, he would have won here.
Yeah. Maybe over.
And if Slice didn't flip too fast, he could have placed the trap jaw and it would have been fine. Alright, that's the Gurm down. There's a chance Bowden may have an Energized Elemental in here, but I don't think he does. That's a card we've not seen at all. Energized Elemental. It's a good card.
Putting in some deep thought for 3 cards in hand.
Oh yeah. Ooh, hold on. Is he gonna steal another Grave Robber, then Grave Robber the Grave Robber, then Grave Robber and Necromancy or something maybe? He could really fill his board up here. No, he just went straight for the Necromancy. To then bring back the Grave Robber to then get another Grave Robber?
Endless potential.
Yeah, I got another Grave Robber! Go on, you know he wants to grave rubber that grave rubber. He didn't. He's still a fireball, really?
Yeah, fireball.
He's trying to even out the resources a little bit.
Yeah,
he just swing around, so I think.
Oh, spellbook forgery.
Been able to play the grave robber.
Chance for a pack non-aggression. Oh, if Slice gets a pack non-aggression here, it's game over. Okay, he didn't. Okay, so all Bowden really needs is 2 amped creatures and he wins. Or an amped creature and remove something and he wins. Or fireball and he wins.
I don't know why he didn't put the weapon carrier next to it, but I mean it's not gonna make a difference, but placement still matters.
That's true.
Very much so.
Alright, so
GG's.
let me just make it so I can hear you all. Alrighty. Congratulations, Bowden, for getting 3rd place in the championship.
DM banned across the board.
Thank you. Alright, I've set a prediction. Put it in real quick, guys. It's only going to be there for 30 seconds. Put whoever you think will win. Who will be the champion, Aiden or Evan? I honestly don't know who it's going to be. I have a feeling that Evan's going to lose the first round. He's going to keep to his shtick. And
His normal structure.
yeah. Or it might be a case of Evan wins the first round and ends up losing the other 2. You know, it might be that sort of thing.
Maybe a reversal, yeah.
Right, Aiden on turn 3 Stellar Shard, very nice.
Oh, that prediction closed so fast I could not.
Oh, damn. I didn't put it on for... Hold on, I will redo it. You guys will get your points back. We're gonna do it for 1 minute. I honestly thought I did do it for 1 minute. Who will...
I was struggling with the interface by the time I was typing it in, it closed.
Drawing Mercenary Mayhem. Ooh. Very powerful turn from Aiden.
There we go. Predictions are ready. I'm actually going to let people in Tavern Talk know that the final...
It's a good call.
Finals are up. Camera did move. Why did the camera move? Oh yeah, it did that because I didn't... There we go. I forgot to redo that preset. Okay.
I remember my first stream.
What game was it? Destiny?
Oh, before that even.
Oh.
I think it was back when I was setting world records for Call of Duty Zombies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't let Abed fool you. He actually has like a psychotic KD.
Commentating is already very close to ending. Oh my.
Yes, Aiden is playing excellently.
I just finished setting up the camera, guys. Come on.
And Evan's at 4 health. Come on.
Now, the thing is,
but we do know Evan likes to lose the first match.
That's true.
Right,
that's true.
right.
False sense of security. He's playing mind games around here. So I will say, these 2 players are so skillful. I don't think there was really a bad... Either of them played wrong. Like, there usually is a right way to play. They all did correct. They all played correctly. It really comes down to the cards right now. That was quick. That was quick.
Fast.
But that may be Aiden's strongest deck. He now has to win with the other. looking through the bracket, right, following Aiden's progression, Aiden has 2-0'd this entire tournament.
Jesus.
Someone needs to knock the crown off his bald head.
Evan has 2-1'd the majority of them, and only 2-0'd one of the rounds in the bracket.
Aiden is a beast. You know, it felt like he took a really large break, because I barely saw him on. And then he just comes back, boom, wipes the tourney. It's crazy.
He's been hyper-focused on the beta. That's something that you guys might not know. I mean, obviously, he's wearing the really cool beta armor, and he's got the beta tag.
Right.
Big Aiden is, I think, one of the longest-standing volunteers in this community. I believe he's even been serving on the beta team longer than the current head of the beta team.
Yeah, he was in. I remember Kat saying Aiden was there before him.
So
crazy.
It's something that's incredible to see, the passion that we see in the players in the community here. And we have people like Big Aiden who have been contributing on this project for, so very, very long, in such meaningful ways, not just participating in tournaments, but helping us behind the scenes to make sure that the game improves and isn't full of bugs. This, expansion that you guys are going to be seeing this week, right, largely in part is going to have improvements, not just from the closed beta testing, but from the work that our dedicated beta testers do. So we can't thank them enough.
Definitely. Hearts in the chat for Aiden, by the way, guys. Give Aiden some love. Like, he's been great. He's been in this game for such a long time. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. So much passion, as you said. But will that passion be enough to win him the tournament today? That we will see.
Thus far, is putting him on track. First
That's for sure.
match of the series goes to him very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
This match is a little more neck and neck.
We'll see, because the deck Aiden is using, this one works much better on longer game. And Aiden's at a really good health point for turn 6 if he wants to survive to the longer ends of the game. And Evan does not have much of a field. It's 0-2 and a 2-1. Wait, did one of them just not use any of their mana? Wait, Evan used none of his mana last turn, what?
Maybe nothing playable?
Yeah, but 5 mana in a plunder deck? That's really weird. Fireball the Gary makes sense. Fortunately for Aiden, he is able to keep the lowly lieutenant.
Aiden's starting to slowly get a good established board going on.
That sounds really cool. I don't know if it's possible at all, but Shark Bite said there should be... Avid should add screens into the taverns to live broadcast the tournaments onto. That would be epic, I'm just saying.
Super cool. I don't know how doable, but very, very cool.
I know VR chat does something, do something like that. But that's doing it through links and stuff, and I don't know how that would translate onto here.
Yeah, it would be... It's always a pretty tough performance concern. We've had issues with things that other games have done, like VR chats figured out their mirror system. We tried that early on, and it was really bad performance.
Right.
We would rather have steady performance than additional things, and also just trying to keep things thematic, right? Like a TV in this fantasy world doesn't quite fit in, but maybe like a
Magic
portal
mirror
view or something could.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But
yeah, that'd be super cool.
We solve it through streams like this, and I think that's a justified compromise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, while
why looking good for Evan?
Yeah, Evan looks like he's really struggling here. Aiden might just 2-0 him. Now, what I will be doing is I'm going to be downloading this VOD, and I'm going to cut up the VOD and just put the matches one after each other in. So if people want to watch the matches, then they're more than welcome to.
Oh, we're gonna go see some micro pokes here.
Okay, that's the 5-5 gone. 4-3 is the biggest target left. But Aiden's chilling.
Yeah, not even sweating it.
Yeah, even if Evan had a fireball, Aiden gets 2 health, loses stalwart guard, you know, it's whatever. Breach the necro. So he loses out on the 5-3. Stalwart guard hit, fireball the lowly lieutenant.
Just get him back in there.
Even without taunt there, we see the importance of placement yet again.
That's
Yes.
true. That's true. Trust me,
Oh,
we will be
that's
digging that
super
into
true
people's
that.
skulls. I think this game will...
There will be some new cards coming that might also force you to think about placement a little bit
Oh,
more.
yeah. I know exactly which one you're talking about, and that's going to be really cool. We'll be shouting at people for about placement for the next 10 years.
Placement. Yep.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think this game will start to solidify for Aiden once Aiden eventually starts putting avatars of peace down. Oh, well, an avatar of peace just got stolen.
Oh!
Pardon you.
And it shall arrive.
Indeed. That's... Oh, early
Weird.
potion?
Early potion.
That seems dangerous. I know
Yeah.
Evan probably runs too, but still, that's kind of wacky.
Weird. Yeah, weird.
Alright, King got taunt down, so King's sword protected. Stole a 0 mana bullet. Final spell down. Lawless. Why did I keep saying Lawless? Improvised laws discarded. So he probably has another one. It's really weird to see a final spell in a plunder deck, you know? It
Ooh,
seems
King.
counterproductive.
Yeah, reverse king here. It's pretty
Oh,
good.
and we stole an
Oh,
exercise.
Yep. Is Aiden gonna steal it maybe? Maybe like fireball bullet? Yeah, steal. Makes sense.
Hard out of the kings is a good position for him.
Devilish Larcenary, stolen. Oh, more cards getting stolen. Oh my gosh. RNG Jesus is on Evan's side here, yet again. Bullet. That's probably a breach up. I know Aiden doesn't play pack non-aggressions early. Which you don't really want to do. You don't want to fill out your contract slots too fast. That's a mistake a lot of mid to newer players tend to make.
Yeah.
It's so interesting to me how King Alteron as a card was heavily undervalued for the longest time.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who proved its value first, but we are seeing it riddled throughout this tournament as like a very highly played card that has tons of value. So it's just interesting how the meta shifts, you know, ebbs and flows, where cards feel
Yes.
useless and non-including, like you're not going to add it to your deck ever, and now it's a must include in almost every plunder deck.
Right.
Such a strong card too. It really does offer a lot.
And with that Lotus Aiden used, he got rid of 2 fireballs, a final spell, and their spellbook forgery, which is really going to suck for Evan. Because I think this might actually be the game Evan loses to Mana Burn. Unless maybe he... Actually, I think I know why he used that potion so early. I think he ended up copy maging it. Has he used a copy mage? Yes, he has. I think he copy maged the potion. So he probably still 2 more left.
Ooh, huge.
Someone made a good point in chat. Aiden does only have 3, now 4 cards left. He needs to start drawing very soon. Or, sorry,
Oh,
Avatar
strong.
Peace.
There was an interesting point made by Zerstar in chat as well about the shift in power for King Alteron taking place after the major rebalance, shifting the archetypal
Oh, that's a good
triangle,
point.
the hard nerf to bone decks as an archetype. Very valid.
Oh, Aiden just milled one of Evan's Potion of the Wilds. I don't know.
Huge.
That wasn't the copied one, though, because it still got its mana, so maybe he didn't copy it. Either way, at the very most, Evan only has one potion, and Big Aiden hasn't used a single potion yet.
Nope. That early potion's really starting to stand out now. Kind of weird.
Oh, yeah. This Avatar Peace gone. Oh, he just stole Aiden's King Alteran. That is so unlucky.
That's huge. Evan has a pact with
Jorgen, that's
RNGs.
GG's. Oh my gosh, are we gonna get another...
Oh,
Oh, wait. No, it's not
No, he's
GG's. He
He's
should have...
alive by one, right?
3, yeah.
Yeah, he's alright.
Okay, okay, not GG's yet. Aiden could... Never mind, it's GG's.
GG's, yeah.
Wow, that was a crazy match.
Evan has a pact with RNGs, I swear.
Right.
This is the first time Big Aiden hasn't 2-0'd. And this is exactly where Evan wants to be. Is this going to be the first battle lost to the 2-win comeback yet again?
We're gonna see
Signature
Augur
strat.
Plunder versus Augur Plunder. Alright guys, this game now is for all the chips in the bag. Whoever wins this is crowned the number one champion of Season 1, and they will get the golden trophy. Or they will make the golden trophy even more rare. We will see.
Yeah, true, true.
We've never had an imbalance in trophies before. This would be really cool.
Radalo has a good point. I need to start messaging Evan every time I need to start praying to RNGesus instead of praying to RNGesus.
Alright, Evan does have the advantage here. He's got a Stalwart Guard with a Bazimuth. Eos... Eos stall again. I have a life to live, guys. Well, don't worry. This is the last match, so... We'll blame the loser for the AO stall, alright? It's all good. I think Aiden's more of an AO mill than a stall. He has Lotus, and I'm pretty sure he has Meager Misty in there as well. The unfortunate thing is, Evan did get that Bazimuth. And he's got a Pillaging Prince. Oh, and that's probably a breach, so even if Aiden did have a Fireball here, it would just get breached. Wasn't a breach. As the Pillaging Prince God. Is he just gonna try go for mill here? I think so. Alright, so Aiden does have the Parchment Barrage up, and probably with a breach, so I very much doubt that Evan's gonna be able to take down the Parchment. Evan did just lose a breach, so that really sucks for Evan. That could have proven to help against the Parchment Barrage.
There's the breach.
Yeah, breach check there. So Aiden is actually using the Bazimuth to his own, what's the word? Advantage. Because Evan's going to be milling his own cards through the Bazimuth. But if Aiden dedicates that too much, he's going to start losing cards himself. And get a low hand and lose, like, before.
Luckily, Augur likes to replenish its own cards, so you might be able to use some of those cards to kind of just get in there, but we'll see.
Right.
We'll see.
I feel like Evan's going to be getting a lot of DMs before people start their rank matches. Bless me,
Right.
bless me, please.
Hey, I'm going into ranked. I need to win. Help me out, dog.
Alright, went for some healing. I think Aiden's just gonna try his best to keep his Parchment up. That's probably another breach of terms, so that means Evan will have to play... How many? 3 spells to get rid of it? No, 4 spells to get rid of it.
There's the breach. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Now, we know Evan does have Potion of the Wild in this deck, but I can't remember how many. I think he only had one. But there's a chance he could plunder another one, so we need to keep that in mind. Basmuth on the offensive.
Sweating 2 damage.
I'm really surprised Aiden didn't block the Basmuth, because then he could have enhanced his bullet and killed the Basmuth. But that Basmuth is what is saving Evan right now. Is that another breach Big Aiden put down? There's no way. 3 breaches? That's 3 breaches already. All three breaches. That's saving Aiden and his parchment.
That's crazy.
Basmuth getting more hits. Aiden getting more cards, getting some healing on.
Just nullifying that Basmuth. I think he wants him to keep the Basmuth.
It is milling some of his cards, like it just milled off a Lonely Lieutenant, it milled off a Breach earlier. And I feel like Aiden's just gonna get Evan to draw, hopefully maybe killing off his own potion, or maybe he's gonna try Lotus, and then hopefully hit his potion. I don't know what his game is here, but I think if Aiden does hit the potion and ends up milling it, then he's going to end up with a lot of advantage. I don't think he needs to care about the health that the Garden's giving. Just, the thing he needs to focus on is getting rid of that potion, killing Evan to mana burn, and obviously surviving at the same time.
And we've confirmed at this point too, Evan is running double potion, right?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Meal pack.
I'm gonna check the predictions. Okay, so 55% think Aiden's gonna win, and 45% thinks Evan's gonna win.
Yeah, he milled his Pact of Non-Aggression.
Wait, he milled his pack not aggression. Oh!
It's been banished, yeah.
Oh man, I didn't even notice
That's
that.
kind of huge. Yeah, it's kind of huge.
The thing is, I don't think he's gonna... I don't think the health's really gonna matter. I don't think either of them's going for health. They're just going for surviving the mana burn. Now, oh no! I remember now. Evan has 1 potion, but he reiterates it.
Yeah, you're right.
And I feel like Evan's gonna do the same thing this round. So he either already has it in his hand, or it's in his deck, and Aiden needs to try find a way to mill it out of his deck. Alright, Evan's being a little bit risky. He's got the parchment and he has a Basmuth down as well.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. I was like, parchment there's pretty scary.
The blurbs right now do not work, guys, just because we don't want the sounds going off during the tournament. I usually use them during Repo. Have you seen Repo?
I'll have to check that out.
Oh yeah, Repo's a really cool game. Anyways, cards and tankards. That's Aiden's parchment gone now. Yeah. That was realistically the only thing keeping him in the game.
Well, I think it was allowing him to kind of just abuse the Evan's Basmuth here, and it just stops him from doing so now.
Alright, we got a king down. Oh! Aiden did steal a parchment.
Pretty good.
King is stolen. Sort of saw that coming. Pillaging Prince down.
Ooh,
Evan will not be running out of resources anytime soon.
No.
Don't worry, my other streams, the sounds will be on.
11. Yeah, Evan's down to 11 cards in deck.
Right.
And 21 plus 2 boons for Aiden.
Lawless? Damn! Improvised laws. Oh,
Oof.
King stole the bullet. That's the thing, Evan... Wait, I thought Evan stole Aiden's king. Didn't he steal his king? Or was that the other game?
That may have been the other game, to be honest with you. I do remember a king being stolen.
Yeah. I thought that was this game. Maybe yeah, maybe it was last game and I'm just going crazy. They still both have a good amount of cards. I just don't see how... None of them really has a win condition. This is just survivability, and there's the improvised laws. Got to that time. Aiden still does have a mana fragment there. That's more than likely a breach. Thanks for the follow, Grim Reaper. Always appreciate it.
You've been real good at calling these breach checks too.
Yeah, it's become... It's at a point where higher ranked players don't try mind game you, they don't try bait you very often. They just play it, they know you probably know, they just want to stop you from playing too high of a cost cards. Because people used to play the breach of terms really early in the game, but you find it has more worth, especially in a longer range deck, to just play them later. Because you've usually already used your lower costing spells, so you only have high costing to try breach check with. And that's a fireball. Doo-doo-doo-doo. The placement was a little bit off. You probably wanted to place a stalwart guard next to the daring swindler.
Right. Testing the waters here with the daring swindler.
Indeed.
It's unfortunate because not a lot really happens in these matchups.
There's the 7/7 suppression.
That's huge, though. Yeah, it's gonna be huge. Hmm.
Interesting. Good placement from Evan here. This would actually be bad placement from next update.
Yes. Things change a lot. It's gonna be really fun. Oh, there's the lieutenant. I think we're getting close to potion territory for Evan.
Oh yeah, like Evan... Oh, you're right, Evan had... Look... Oh, Aiden hasn't used his Lotus yet. I think Aiden's waiting for Evan to potion and then Lotus.
Yes, they've both been playing very, very well. Evan's doing his traditional, like, get to the last card, then play it, and then Aiden has definitely picked up on that. He's definitely picked up on that.
Right. I think that Aiden's probably going to pull out an Avatar piece very soon.
I'll be honest, I didn't think the finals was going to come down to Augur.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy. I didn't think the two last decks would be just out here auguring. It seems that Evan is keeping to his trend of lose the first match, win the other two.
Right, right.
Oh, he got rid of an Avatar piece. That would have been hilarious if Aiden got rid of his potion.
I bet he was hoping for it, honestly.
Panic playing the potion just in case.
Yeah. In about a life swing here.
3 hours for around 5 to 6 games. Pretty sure it's actually been 12 games. I think this is the 12th game. Maybe 11th, because I'm pretty sure Aiden 2-0'd. So this is the 11th game. People are saying push, but Evan can't actually push. He's using all their abilities, and he just summoned a bunch of cell swords. Now that avatar piece is gonna give Big Aiden some stability for a couple turns unless Evan decides to just steal it here, which is a big possibility.
It'll be his last creature slot as well. Put him at 10. He does not suppress this.
People are mentioning Old Merc Band. If Old Merc Band was still in the game, this battle would be very, very different.
Yes!
Alright, the avatar piece has been suppressed, so multi-blocker and taunt's no longer there, so you can only block once. Parchment Barrage is gone.
Getting low now finally on Aiden, so we're probably going to see a potion come down from his side, so he has to be a little worried about the breach.
Yeah, I think Aiden is probably going to... I wonder if he runs 3 improvised laws. I feel like it might only be 2 though. And he's used 2 already. And Evan didn't even reiterate the Potion of the World this time.
Nope.
Maybe he didn't... Oh, you know, he might have plundered the reiteration. So that might have been Evan's only potion. There's a chance he has 2 though. That's the Gary suppressed.
If he has 2, that changes the game's dynamic dramatically.
Well, we don't know how many Aiden has yet. He could also have 2, we don't know.
Yeah, that's true. The sloth.
No way am I seeing
I guess slumbering the sloth.
In the final round of the championship, we are greeted by the monstrous sloth.
Look, think about it though. I mean, at least he's got something to push with.
That's true. People will be happy that Evan's gonna be able to start pushing. Got some cushion for the pushing.
That's crazy.
Well, there goes the sloth. A graceful end as its beginning.
Truth.
Oh. Oh no, everyone's so sad Sid died.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Chad is not happy about the sloth going down.
Aiden's reputation's tarnished. Now, Evan's cards are getting low. Like, he's only got 5 right now. But he does have plundering here. Aiden realistically really needs a improvised... What the hell is that doing here? Glorious Overseer?
Probably also plundered. That's actually pretty cool.
Wild Horde coming in clutch at the end for the championship? I love this. Everything is great about this.
This has actually been kind of a crazy one, yeah. Or at least the breach is removed for his potion.
Evan really starting to go more aggressive now that he has a Glorious Overseer.
Yeah, definitely he's getting those pluses.
It might have been actually better for Aiden if he potioned earlier. Does he have a potion?
I mean, certainly, right?
Surely. Yes, okay. As well as say, it'd probably be better if he actually potioned earlier so he'd be able to get the improvised laws. Because right now, the only thing that can really save Aiden is improvised laws. That's an avatar piece. Yes,
Oh, Lord.
Halfthunk is my fellow commentator. He's really cool and epic.
When I'm not sick, I have been suffering. I'm not gonna lie.
He's still cool and epic. Aiden needs to top deck that improvised laws right now. Along with a contract. If he ends up getting a contract and an improvised laws, he can start stabilizing this game. Because if Evan doesn't have another potion, I think Aiden's got this. You know, it's really funny because the battle between them, they look like two sides of the same coin. Like, Evan's all devilish and everything, and then Aiden
Right.
sort of looks like a paladin in some ways. Like
He's
this-
the final archmage defending the king before the takeover. He's the last stand.
You know how perfect this is? Look, behind you, behind Aiden, sorry, there's the trophy. It's like Aiden is defending his trophy. You see that?
Yes,
That's so
yes,
cool.
it's the title match. He's having to fight for it. He doesn't want to get it taken away from him. Oh, but Evan is putting up a fight right now.
Avid?
Do what?
I thought you just said Avid is putting up a fight.
Oh, I said Evan. Evan.
What to choose? Probably the Glorious Overseer, right? There's an elephant on the board!
Yeah, things have gotten out of hand over here.
I'm not even surprised at this
What are
point.
we seeing? Cloths, elephants. What is this?
I
The final match of the final round
Right.
of the championship tournament.
and we're seeing
Are we
sloths
winning?
and
Are we winning
elephants.
over here?
No.
They're getting the
Has Evan been in
representation
control
in.
This entire time, this narrative has been his all along. Plot armor.
Evan is RNGesus. He's just letting us have the ride.
The only thing that can save Aiden is damn improvised laws. Oh, jeez. Is this GG's? Hold on. So he blocks the... Oh, 3, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 18... Oh, it's GG's! Evan has won! Oh, wait, no. Hold on. Pack non-aggression. Pack non-aggression, maybe. Never mind, it doesn't matter!
Elephant won the
The elephant won the game! The elephant won the game!
Let's go!
Elephant got lethal!
That
What
was
just
Did you hear
happened?
that triumphant freaking
Yes!
toot from that elephant for the win?
Oh my gosh, that is... Oh, hold on, I need to... Congratulations, Evan. You have gotten first place in the Season 1 Championship Tournament. And congratulations to you, Big Aiden. You got second in the Season 1 Championship Tournament. You have both played very well. I think we can all agree the real MVP here was the elephant that clearly got Evan the win there. Clearly.
100%.
Yeah. Oh, no, that was
Wow.
great game, guys. Great game. That was fantastic. Here, come up to Dead Avid real quick. Let's see. So, we'll get Evan first. Evan, you are number 1 in the championship. How do you feel? Would you like it to say anything to the camera? The camera is just... You don't have anything you want to say. Can you nod aggressively to show your gratitude?
Wait.
There we go. See, Evan, he's so happy. He's so happy. You can tell. You can tell. Alright, Aiden, let's get you up here.
Hello.
Aiden, the camera's just over there in sort of Royals direct. Yeah, there you go. So, how do you feel? You got second place. You're collecting trophies like Pokemon cards. Come on, what's
I
happening?
feel amazing. No, I've got 2 trophies now. No.
Next championship, you going for third place?
Next year, I'm going for third. I have to.
I believe in you. I believe in. They're gonna need to start making more trophies for you. It's getting insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a 4th place trophy.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. But awesome. No, that's great. Thank you for coming along. Thank everyone that came today for coming today. It's been great seeing you all. Damn, today has been eventful. All your matches will be posted on YouTube. I'm gonna cut up the VOD and post them all, and it'll be nice if anyone wants to watch all the matches. But no, that was some good stuff, guys. Again, thank you all for joining. I'm gonna speak to Thunk and Avid. You guys are good to do what you'd like to do?
Yeah.
Alright.
Congrats, Evan.
Guys, what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts today? The elephant win, the sloth showing up to say hi.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I was not expecting an elephant W today. That was not at all in my
your bingo card?
In my bingo card list there. Yeah, no, not at all.
No, if anyone told me that an elephant was gonna end up doing lethal on the last round of the the last game of the last round of the whole tournament, I wouldn't believe you. I'd call you crazy.
You know, 100%. 100%.
No, that was some good stuff.
It almost reminds me of what was the tournament that we watched where someone did the frenzied fervor plays.
That was against me.
And just it was a completely different deck than most people were expecting, and it took the tournament by storm. And we just loved to see something out of the ordinary. I think that might have been it. Yeah,
it was something
like
pop.
Every once in a while, right? We host these tournaments. Those of you guys watching, if you're not familiar, right, we do these types of tournaments, not the championship, monthly standards once a month. And every once in a while, players just bring something new to shake up the meta, because that's sometimes the best way to take the win, right? Like most players in the tournament are going to be expecting the same old decks they see in ranked. But if you take in something unique that's still highly viable, they're not sure how to answer it in the moment, and they might slip up and they might make some mistakes, right? And then you can take the win.
That's true.
I get that obviously this was a very predictable deck, but the plundered resources, right? Something most people might not have chosen by default, but obviously Evan saw the value in the moment for plundering those specific types of pieces, right?
Right.
And it paid off. We get the triumphant toot of the elephant for the win, and that's probably the best thing I think we could have possibly seen.
I agree. Like, it's some good stuff. Like, another example is just last month we had was it last month or the month before, we saw a bunch of lich spam decks that haven't surfaced for a really long time. You just got all sorts of decks floating around, and it's really cool to see, and I'm really happy that we got to do this. So I'd like to thank you, Avid, for giving us the opportunity to stream and commentate this tournament. It's been really fun.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem at all. And everyone who participated, especially those of you that placed in the top, well done. Congratulations. If you guys need to coordinate with me for your placement payouts, I'll reach out to you guys here shortly in DMs to get that all squared away with you guys. Oh man, I'm just so excited. And this is all just leading up into the hype again of shameless plug. We've got an expansion coming out on Thursday, Ashes of Aranku. If you guys are hearing about the game for the first time, there's never been a better time to join into the game. Start building those collections and wait for Thursday with the new expansion dropping. And I believe, actually, you know what?
Oh,
I can give everybody who's here a little bit of a heads up before everybody else. We are officially planning to release the expansion Thursday at I believe it is 8 a.m. Eastern, 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
You heard it here, folks.
Yep. Rather than a evening release like we've done in the past, we're going to try something a little bit different. We're going to release it earlier in the day, so that way we can spend, or at least I'll be able to spend a good chunk of the day with all of you guys here in the Havens.
Heck yeah.
That's going to be so fun, guys. If you want to see the new expansion, make sure you come on Cards and Tankers that day, that time. You might even see Avid, maybe asking a couple questions, see how he's feeling, maybe play a couple games with him. It's going to be so fun. You guys will enjoy it. I'm so glad. I will also be there. I'm definitely going to be there, because I've tested some of the cards. You guys are going to love them. I guarantee you will love them. If you haven't seen the spoilers, you can check the spoilers in the Discord. Join the Cards and Tankers Discord. You can look it up in Google. Or if you go into one of the havens, the link will be somewhere in the haven. So
I know we've spoiled quite a lot, but we've also kept a couple things hidden, right? There's going to be still more for you guys to discover day one of joining into the expansion. We've teased the fact that we're planning to add some new races. You'll be able to see those for the first time ever. We've also got a couple new animated outfits that will be entering the rotation immediately. Also, heads up to everybody, that does mean that whatever outfit releases on Tuesday, which I believe is going to be the Knight Armor, will only be available for 2 days because we will shift immediately upon the release of the expansion on the 27th to one of the new outfits for you guys to all start checking out and buying. And the outfits that follow immediately after will also be the new outfits, so you guys can get your hands on them even sooner.
I know I'll be saving up my gems, and with talking about gems, we are very close to be doing our giveaway now, so if you want to get those new animated armors coming out, you guys are going to want to be part of that giveaway, which I think we're just about to do. I think, do either of you have any last remarks about the tournament? Because it's been a great one.
Oh, it's been tremendous. It's been tremendous. I thought Big Aiden was going to clutch it, but no, Evan absolutely showed up. He showed up.
Thanks for reminding me.
I even ended up voting my channel points towards Big Aiden's three-peat, but I'm glad to see that the underdog took it anyways. And like I said, every single one of the matches I think that you guys have commentated over the past 2 days has been a nail-biter, right? Like we haven't seen any just clear one-sided victories. It has been a show on both sides the entire way through, and that's just a level of excitement I love to see. I think this has probably been one of the most exciting tournaments I've seen to date.
Yeah,
and I hope that we can keep, growing the game, growing the community, the amount of people participating in these types of events, how frequently you guys are able to stream these events, and then, how often I can kind of chime in every once in a while with a little extra commentary with you guys.
Of course, we're always happy to have you.
Ahead for us here in Cards and Tankards.
Yep, and don't worry guys, this isn't like a once in a blue moon type of thing that we'll be commentating. We have monthly tournaments, as Avid's mentioned before. Every month, I think it's every fourth Friday? No, sorry, fourth weekend is the monthly tournament, right?
Something like that, yes. I'll have to solidify, because, we've had some changes recently with our community manager stepping away, so if I'm either going to be stepping up and taking over that, or we get somebody else to fill it, we may set a new standard or try to replicate the old one. We'll see, but we'll still keep to at least one tournament every month, official tournament.
Yep, that's perfect then. Then, as you guys have heard, we'll have at least one official tournament every month. You can either participate, watch, nail bite with the rest of us. So if you want to see more, you want to watch more, hear more, send a follow in. I'll always appreciate it. And usually at the end of those types of streams, I'll be doing a gem giveaway. You heard it here, folks. Don't forget to tune in to the Scottish Jesus stream so you can possibly win some gems just for being there. And don't forget to like and subscribe, join the Discord, and as always, we'll see you in the taverns.